Cool. Yeah. Chat.
Is that the update? It is. Okay, thank God.
What happened?
I wasn't
On
sure
the
if I had
updated screen.
updated the screen or not. Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
you said that there was updates to it.
Sure is.
I say. Oh boy. All right, let's look at. Hold on. Let me just take a look first. I can't get over that. Is there more pie under the crim pie? What's the two? Why is there a pie under the crim pie?
It's a marshmallow pie.
I see the Bible is getting really filled.
Sure is.
The rogue sour watermelon will kill me every time.
Do you see what's under the rogue sour watermelon?
Captain Crunch?
That's French. That's that French toast crunch. That's cinnamon apple flavored.
Oh yeah, delicious.
Look
So
under
good.
the ark.
Is that is that
That's
like
strong milk.
Is this
I couldn't find one that wouldn't become
It's so
completely
good.
transparent, so I used a strawberry one.
The art is like perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect on
I
that. It
I
looks
edited
like
that
it.
in. I
It's so good.
that arm was not there before, I promise. It looks like something is living inside the milk and it just like punched out through the milk.
Can I tell you what this reminds me of? At first glance,
What's that?
Pyramid Head. But instead of the pyramid, it's this milk.
Yes.
Does it like he needs like the bot? I guarantee you give that strong milk pyramid head's body, but just take off the pyramid head and replace it with milk.
But I'm keeping the one arm on the milk.
Yes, you're keeping them. Yeah, only one arm.
Yeah, just keep the buff arm on one side, but have him like pyramid head on the bottom.
Pyramid head on the bottom, strong milk on top. Ginger Goth, part of our
Ginger Goth.
hot girl goth club we have on Twitch, loosely based off the Spice Girls. We got I still can't get over like I love the Land Before Time. fucking It's supposed to be a nice moment. Wait, is there added dinosaurs on that arc?
So one is Godzilla, the other's a T-Rex. And they're just vibing together on the arc.
That's the cutest T-Rex I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love it. I love classic pants. I love that so much. The pine swirl pudding. Absolutely love the pine swirl pudding. The cum meat. Yes. Who is in the middle of One Speed and Edward Cullen?
That's Al, your fancy cowboy.
What did you just say?
That's Al,
what?
your fancy cowboy.
Is this a...
Do you not remember the conversation where you were like, I love when people call me Al, and then I called you a cowboy?
I don't remember the cowboy pap, and I do remember I love when people call me Al, because I just think it's the funniest thing. Like, I don't know, Al. And I'm just like, I don't know. My, whenever I used to play games online before I did Twitch, my username was Big Guy Al.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was my favorite, but I probably could not have that on Twitch. Can you have gay in your name on Twitch?
I have no idea. and I'm
That's
not testing
interesting.
it right now.
Because Big Gay Al is great. If I was in the Ali G show, that's what I would be. 1000%. Or like Beef Sigh. Beef Sigh is also really good.
Uh-huh.
Beef Sigh we made up during Pictionarium.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be like a pussy fart. Like a beef sigh. Like a Thank you for coming to the podcast, everyone. I hope you had a great time flatly. Thank you very much. Kelsey, hello.
Oh, and on the screen, below the s'mores pie, it's a piece of wood.
It's a piece of wood.
Just a piece of wood.
But not highly priced wood, right?
No.
What was that?
High
Was
priced
that
dirt.
correct? High priced wood. High priced dirt. That blew my mind. That still blows my mind. Mud. It still blows my mind.
Oh, and then there's a toaster
pay for
strudel
dirt.
there.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. And Cloveros.
Yeah, that's been there. I forgot to point that out the other day.
It blends in really well.
It really does.
Cloveros. Yeah. Ginger goth.
Yeah.
I fucking love it so much.
Yeah.
This screen is so good. We have to like at the end of this year look at this screen and then look at last year's screen.
For sure.
And just like revenance over the stupid fucking shit we say all the time. It's literally just the best. I'm obsessed with strong milk.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my favorite thing ever.
Our YouTube audience can pause the video at the end of the VOD and they can see last year's starting soon screen. Because it's the ending screen of this year.
Oh yeah. I love that. And then was this going to be the ending screen of next year's?
Probably.
But we always keep the you and the me. I remember, I'm laughing because I remember when Alex first made this. So if anyone doesn't know that picture with like minus the fucking, hand of what's his name? Titan? What's his name?
Thanos?
Marvel? Thanos. The hand of Thanos.
The Infinity Gauntlet?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm unfamiliar.
That's okay.
But
minus that hand and the snail on top of her head.
Yeah, and the snail on top of my head, and the snail with the eyes, the creepy eyes. That's supposed to be me. See the glasses, and I have like pins in my head. At the end of the pins, those are actually flowers. It's kind of supposed to be like a pinhead, kind of midsummer inspired thing. And I showed it in the cantina. And my favorite thing ever was we were in voice chat. I'm like, oh, look at this. And Darbo, bless his heart, Darbo was just like, where is the reference picture in which this was made from? Just and that I actually didn't realize until then that the boobies on this girl are pretty much prominent. But it like flew over my head. But yeah, that was it. I just noticed that she had a belly button. Just now. Just now.
It's fake. It's
fake. Well, it should be because mine is.
I'm saying it's fake because it's the picture's fake now because I was gonna say you don't have one. But then I forgot yours is fake, so.
Yeah, I call it a puncture wound.
For the longest time, I had remembered that for some reason in my mind, I'd remember that you didn't have one until Defiled's podcast when he said you had 2 or something. And I was like, no, she doesn't have any. And then you were like, no, I have one. I was like, you do?
So I was just an alien?
I didn't say you were an alien.
That's a good party trick, though. Like, if I was just like, don't give me the belly button. Like, when you do the surgery, just don't give me the belly button back. Mm-hmm. I could have probably opted for that. And then I could have been like, I come for your planet, or whatever. Whatever aliens say. What do aliens say?
I don't know. Technically, we're aliens, so,
I think about that. I think about them like, they're talking about us. on their planet.
They sure are. They're
Planet
like, there's
Beep Boop
life
Bop.
on other on other
Yeah,
planets, and we're the
we
blight.
have to, right? And they're like, we have to try to make contact. And then we're thinking, oh my God, we have to try to make contact. It's weird. I think about it constantly. I also think about that we're on like we're we're on a planet in space. I hate space, but that's where I live. I hate space so much.
I believe it.
I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but here's the thing: is that they were like, "Fuck space, we're gonna come to you."
Yeah.
So they did me a favor. If that movie was in space, I'd probably like it less. There'd be more motion. There'd be more
Yeah,
motion to get me sick.
I guess it doesn't show much from space, does it? Huh.
No, it just shows like the shooting star,
Mm.
and that's
I
it. And then they
genuinely
find it.
forgot about that. Yeah, because
That
that
Killer
movie
Clowns?
starts with with a bunch of teenagers making out at like a place.
Top of the wharf.
Yeah. And
I think
then
it's Top of the Wharf or Talk of the World. Maybe Top of the World.
isn't like one of the pairs like they're all in cars, but isn't one of the pairs in a lifeboat in the car?
The main one, Chris, Debbie, and was it Chris? I forget his name, but yeah, I honestly, Max, every time I see that part, I'd be like, I would never accept this from a man. If he put me on his lifeboat, like, do me a solid. Like, if you had time to take me up here, get champagne, make out with me next to 10 other couples, then like get me like a nice like Tempur-Pedic or something to lay on. Don't lay me on a fucking tube. It's like I'm not comfortable. We're definitely not going to do anything more than
Yeah,
make
that
out.
bottom's giving through for sure.
For sure. Absolutely. We're gonna sweat and slip and slide all over that.
I feel like the edges are gonna make like your neck hurt, you know?
Yeah.
Because one of you is
Everything's
gonna be
gonna
laying
hurt.
on your back, the other is gonna be laying on top of you, and that's just gonna hurt. Like,
I love how long it took you to think of that.
well, no,
Like,
because
what have you...
I'm also thinking about that scene from Friday the 13th. I think it's part 3, where the girls in the boat on the boat in the middle of the lake at night, and Jason stabs her through the bottom, and she's
Mhm.
like on her back. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I hate laying like in like an inner tube or like a boat on my stomach. I'm just like, ugh. It's just,
Why would I lay on my stomach? I can't breathe.
yeah.
The fucking wood's in my face.
Yeah.
Like, I'll lay on my back. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just like how you were just like one of them lays down. Like that's the easy part. Like one of them lays down and the other
I
one.
had to like figure out how to describe it.
But you're like, there's more than one position, so you're like, well,
Yeah.
I could say this, I could say that. But it's just not comfortable. That's just not it's just
Long
not
story short, I have genophobia.
You're afraid of jeans?
No, I'm afraid of sexual activities. That's
Don't even show Max denim. He will fucking freak out.
I literally have a denim jacket on the
You
back
better
of
be
my
careful,
chair.
genophobia.
Fuck's sakes. We've talked about this before.
I had no idea it was called genophobia, though. And I gotta make everything funny.
That's fair.
I didn't know
Everything
that's
is
what it was
funny.
called.
No, I mean, there's the phobia of long words is long word. So
That's funny. It's just like how people with lisps can't say the word lisp.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? What are you
Yeah.
doing? That's God up there laughing.
That's just humans being fucking sadistic.
1000%. Oh my god. Well, I have I think you do too. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but thalassophobia.
Yeah.
which is like fear of wide open spaces. Mine particularly pertains to the water.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it.
Wait,
Hate
is it
it
just
so fucking much.
is it specifically water, or is it like anything that's
It's wide open
okay?
spaces.
No, that makes
Yeah.
more sense because I also like hate like the movie The Tall Grass.
No. I know what tall grass is. Killed me.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
You said you were talking about phobias, and you asked me if I've seen the movie The Tall Grass, and that's
Oh. I don't know why.
breaking down on the inside. Oh my god.
So
Yeah, Max.
so there's like fields in like the God damn it. So there's so there's so there's just parts of the American Midwest where there's just large open spaces of tall grass. And it's fucking terrifying.
Why is it scary?
So, I don't know. I don't like ticks and whatnot. So, and just a lot of like fields in the American Midwest have like ticks and like wolf spiders and stuff in it.
Who likes ticks?
Fair boy.
You said that as if you're like representing like a group. Survey says 0 people like ticks and wolf spiders. Oh my god. Oh my god, my back. We gotta hydrate.
I already did.
What? Oh, I'm rehydrating.
Welcome back to Scary for
dehydrating
Her
coffee.
Pleasure. Welcome back to Scary for Her Pleasure, where aliens. I'm Max.
And we can't keep it together. This is the most. I think this is the most wholesome podcast there is out there.
I think so.
Between two sussy people, 2 susses make a whole.
That's why horny jail shouldn't work.
Horny jail shouldn't work?
Yeah.
Well, what is when you send somebody, when you bonk someone and send them to horny jail, what do you want to achieve by that?
To make
Teach them
them
a
not
lesson?
horny. Like.
So you're saying that horny jail shouldn't work because so you want everyone horny.
No, it shouldn't work because if you send all the horny people to one place, they're still horny. They're just horny together.
Speaking of horny together, do you remember when I was Dr. Drew? It was the Dr. Drew rehab show, but he had like one that was like for sex addiction, and there was a porn star named, I think it was like Mary Carey, and she's like, "What do you mean I can't have my dildos here?" So that's what I imagine horny jail is. Yeah, it's just everybody collectively in a place with their dildos.
I don't.
So do they come out rehabilitated? Don't think so.
I mean, I don't think anyone changes after going. You know, I mean, I feel like people go there more often than they change. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I think that they go there for vacation sometimes. Kind of like one of those singles cruises, right?
Sure, I guess.
I always like, so one of my friends' moms goes on singles cruises. What is that?
It's. I don't go on cruises. Like,
is it just to have fun, or is it like it's like for a purpose of doing stuff? I mean, I don't go on singles cruises either. But I always thought it was weird that like her older mom is like, I don't know why I have to say older. I just feel like it feels right. Her older mom goes on singles cruises like a few times a year. I don't know. So fucking weird. Anyway, spoopies. Sorry about the sidetrack. I'm Allie.
We're going to get on more tangents to this.
Oh my god! I mean,
podcast.
All we have is tangents and Sour Patch Kid watermelons. That's what we have. So if anyone didn't know, I beat the quarry. I got the last achievement, and that took over 110 hours to do. And I am never going back for another singles run. I hope that they do make games like that. Like, I felt that game because it was like so like 1980s feel, had like Ted Raimi. Like, I felt like it had like 3 Evil Dead references in there. I'm like, this is meant for me, and I hope that I can feel that way with another game in the future. But I've literally never felt that way before with any other game. How is your platinum run? I know you did one for My Friendly Neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
You got that.
Yeah, I got Happy's Humble Burger Farm,
Mm-hmm.
and My Friendly Neighborhood done. I have 3 more achievements to do in Bendy the Dark Revival.
What are they? Are they hard?
One is going to be difficult for me personally because it's a deathless run. The other is spend 500 coins in game. And the last one is they have little pieces of lore in the game called memos, and I gotta find all of them.
Like clues and evidence.
Yeah.
So with that first achievement, you said like the no death run. Let's say like, is Bendy in the Dark Revival? Is it just like a straight up game, or are there like chapters, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, or is it just one long thing?
So it's one long game with 5 chapters in it. Like, Bendy in the Dark Revival actually came out a finished game, whereas Bendy and the Ink Machine came out in pieces.
So if, let's say, like, you do chapters 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, all deathless, and in chapter 4, you end up dying, can you do any kind of rewind to and do chapter 4 again and try? So all and start number 1.
So what you can do is what I'm gonna do is make a shit ton of saves, and just have them as backups and whatnot. And what you can do is when you die, so yeah, say if you like die in chapter 4, you can and like I saved like at the start of chapter 4 and I died in the middle of chapter 4. Say I could go to the main menu, close out the game, open the game back up, and restart the save at the beginning of chapter 4, and I should have not died there. I think that's how the wiki said it.
Oh, that's so great though.
Yeah.
Like to not have to go back over and over and over,
Mm-hmm.
play 10 hours worth of a game
Yeah.
over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Fuck. Would you recommend any of those games that you have like 100%ed? Would you recommend anyone going back into them? Like, was it like a fun run? Was it tedious?
So I think the funnest one to complete was My Friendly Neighborhood. Just because it was like extremely easy to do. I think my favorite thing that I did was during my last 12-hour stream was I took and put it on the hardest difficulty. I used only the stenographer. I didn't open any of the toolboxes. I pretty much did a run where I only used like the main handgun and nothing else, and just put it on the hardest difficulty and just booked it. I had to defeat the final boss like that. I mean, it was hard, but I did it.
Did you like save right before the boss so that if you died, you could just go back to that save?
I didn't save at all. I had to do it saveless.
Was that an achievement, saveless?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So you did it saveless and you didn't have like upgraded weapons.
Or like it was like save as few times as possible. I saved like
really impressive.
Right before. So there's so I didn't save before the final boss. I saved before I got the liquid to break the sticky stuff on the door, if that makes sense.
Sure. Not played it.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
But I can imagine sticky stuff on a door.
Just like you can imagine tall grass.
Just like I can imagine tall grass. I've seen it. I've seen tall grass. I love how tickled you got by that. My favorite thing ever.
I had to think about it real quickly too. I was like, wait a minute.
You know what I love? On Instagram, you and I send each other like shark memes, and my favorite memes are the ones that it's like shark fact number blah blah blah, and it's always like something really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like sharks don't look good in hats because no hats fit their jawline, or like something like stupid.
Sharks can't graduate from high school because they have no way of getting to land.
No way to, yeah, that's one of my favorites. I live for those. And then I look to see if you've liked them or not, and if you haven't liked them, then I send them to you. Because if you do, I'm like, okay, he's seen this one. They make me so happy.
Yeah.
I love those. Like, sharks can't ride the city bus. Like,
yeah. I love.
My favorite thing ever.
I get those a lot on my timeline, but I love the ones that are like there's like crocodile versions of it, where one was like crocodiles can't brush their teeth because they don't have long arms or whatever. You know,
they don't have long arms.
They're like crocodiles are like new age T-Rexes.
Why aren't you seasoning boy? It's like, it was a big hat, little arms.
Yeah.
You're getting a raid.
Welcome, Zoe. Welcome in, Raiders. I love you. That's my friend Zoe. My friend Sam is their sibling. who was one of the
Hi,
first
Kristen.
streamers I ever met on this
Hi,
platform.
Alpha.
Hi,
Oh,
Alpha.
cracked it up called C-Rex. That's funny.
C-Rex, that's great.
I love it. One of our good friends, Katie, probably nervous. We did roller derby together for many years, and she used to skate under the name Velociraptor, and we used to call her V-Rap.
Nice. That's awesome.
Isn't that cute? Nice hydration. So I don't have water here. I did drink a lot of water this morning after the gym, but I have a giant cold brew.
Nice.
I drank this, and I drank this. This is all so much energy today. Yeah, T-Rex. T-Rex, son.
Have you heard the new Baby Metal song?
It's Electric Callboy
Yeah.
featuring Baby Metal. That one.
I thought it was a Baby Metal song featuring Electric Callboy.
We can look this up
to Google
real fucking quick because I just added it onto my playlist. It is okay. So it's Baby Metal and Electric Callboy.
Okay,
so Baby Metal's first. I don't know if it's on both albums, but it's good.
Gotcha.
Do you like it?
I think it's good.
Yeah. It's a fucking great song.
I need to listen to more Electric Callboy. I haven't listened to much of them.
I will noted, and I will put that more on your mix that I'm making you.
Nice.
Electric Callboy is really good and very like. I love I don't like screaming, but I love the combination of screaming and singing and like techno beats.
Yeah.
Like metal, good voice. They're like so much fun.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? They used to be they changed their name when I don't know how to put this other than like when everyone started to get more PC.
Sure.
Or like they used to be called Eskimo Callboy.
Oh, okay.
And then about I want to say like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They changed it to Electric, which I think that works way better with their whole sound.
For sure.
Yeah, and they're always putting out bangers. They do a cover of Every Time We Touch by Cascada. That's
nice.
Literally hot fire.
Nice.
It's hot fire. It's
I love that song.
I love Cascada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love like jock jams, like fucking Real McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guilty pleasure, but fuck. I love.
Sorry.
Do you eat these?
What are they?
Do you eat these? Watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
I think I've had them once.
Next time you're in a movie theater, perfect movie snack.
I don't eat snacks at a movie theater. Mainly because I'm going to see a horror movie and I don't want to like throw up, you know.
I understand.
They don't give you buckets at movie theaters anymore, and I don't want to puke into a bag.
They don't give you buckets anymore?
Not where I am.
Okay.
It's just
I haven't
weird
been to a
bag.
theater in a long time.
Bag.
Just a weird bag.
Yeah.
Sad bag.
Sad bag. Speaking of Baby Metal, my favorite Baby Metal album is Metal Galaxy. I think that's the third record.
Okay.
I was listening to that this morning. Oh, I don't know their hit on that one. Yeah, I don't know.
I can tell you my favorite song is Megazune.
That's a good one.
That's what that's called, Megazune. Whatever. I always like. It's just I love music with little girl voices with loud metal instruments.
Gotcha.
Like Birthday Massacre.
Oh, sure.
Gotcha. Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
Like things like that. Like I really like that style.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I was gonna say Electric Baby Metal. Baby Electric Baby Metal. I fucking love it. Jor says Baby Metal represents everything I love in music because I love like Sailor Moon, like anime. And it's pretty much just like an anime like intro. just a little
Yeah.
bit better.
It's there's a few bands that are very similar to baby metal that are, in my opinion, a little bit better than baby metal.
Hmm.
Um there's a band that doesn't exist anymore. They were called Necronomidal. Uh
Cool name.
yeah. And they did some really good songs that were they were kind of like power metal mixed with J-pop.
Ooh,
Um
that
I like
sounds awesome.
I like a lot of Asian bands, honestly. There's a
Yeah.
Japanese rock group called Loudness.
Okay.
They're like, do you know the band Judas Priest?
Yeah.
They're like Japanese Judas Priest. They're
Oh,
so good. I love them.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even like watch like Eurovision, like all that Eurovision music, like all that, it's so catchy.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Mhm.
Like it's just good music, man. I love good music
Yeah.
so much. Do you predominantly like music that has a female vocalist?
I think so.
Hmm.
I mean, that playlist I made you, like 90, I would say like 85, 90% of it has like female vocalists on it.
Hmm.
Um or they're like all female bands or whatever. I don't know. I think I grew up listening to a lot of like AC/DC, Def Leppard, a lot of like guy bands that are like that sing about like, oh, I'm so cool, like I bang broads and whatnot, that kind of stuff.
Cool. I bang
Um,
broads. I love that.
um, but then like I found Unleash the Archers and Brittany, just like the way like she sings is just amazing. Like the high note she hits at the end of General of the Dark Army is really good.
And you've seen them live. How does she sound live?
Oh, like even better. Like I think
Damn.
she sounds better live than she does on the album.
Like, what kind of training did she have to do to get that
I
voice?
have no idea.
Because I mean, I DM'd you yesterday, last week, and I was saying, I was like, my God, this lady from Unleash the Archers, her voice is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's undeniable. Even if you don't like that type of music, it's undeniable. Like that is like a Chester Bennington, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like it's like a one of a kind
Mhm.
kind of voice.
Yeah. Uh s- Honestly, I would put Britney up with like Simone Simons of Epica and like Floor Jensen of Nightwish and whatnot. Like
Oh,
top tier metal ladies.
I love Nightwish.
Um Nightwish is great. Nightwish was one of the first bands I ever listened to that I like got into predominantly because they were metal.
I love them. I love what was it called? Like Amaranth?
Amaranth, yeah.
Yeah, I like that band too.
Yeah.
Her and the girl from Nightwish sound similar.
Yeah.
Very similar voice.
Um, the cool thing about Amaranth is so there's the three vocalists. There's
Hmm.
Liz, I think is her name. She's the female one. There's the rough vocals, and then there's the guy who sings.
Hmm.
The guy who sings his own band is called like Dynasty or something.
Okay.
Uh, he his songs, The Power of Will, Presence of Mind, and Natural Born Killers are like three of my favorite songs of all time.
Do they sound like Amaranth? Or do
No.
they sound like something different? Yeah. What do they
Like
sound like?
like they sound, so they're gonna sound like Amaranth in the vocals because he's the one of the singers, but like
Yeah.
they sound like completely different because they don't sound as heavy. Like Amaranth has like a heavier sound to it only because they're
Hmm.
going to be heavier, whereas
Hmm.
Dynasty has like a more like hard rock, like power metal type feel.
Did you put Dynasty on my mix?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like I
Um,
recognize that name.
if I didn't, I'll definitely put it on later. Um, yeah, there's a few videos I need to send you of people like talking about like Japanese bands that I like who explain why I like them a lot more than I can. So
They could explain your reason better than you can.
yeah. I'm just like, I don't know, I just like them, and then they're just like, yeah, so like the like like they just break down like the song and whatnot, and I'm just like, exactly.
It's like, why can't I like what I like. Like, I just need a catchy chorus, man. Just give me a catchy chorus and I'm hooked. Like a good fucking hook. Oh my gosh. Um, Spencer Charnas. I don't think anyone writes a hook like him. Like,
Yeah,
so many of his songs are so catchy.
yeah,
Like the chorus are so catchy.
yeah.
He's such a talented dude. And I think you said this, Max. I thought about it after you said it. He takes into consideration like not spoiling the movies
Yeah.
for anyone. And I feel like that would be so hard to do. It's like you need
Mhm.
to know all the reference material for this movie to make the song, and at the same time, you can only give so much away. And I just think that's really talented. And you make a song that's fucking like Funeral the Arrangements is one of the like catchiest songs ever.
Yeah.
And I just wanna I always imagine this is really stupid. I always imagine you and I going to an Ice Nine Kills show together, and just like when Funeral Rearrangements comes on, we're just fucking
Going
living
at
our
it.
best fucking
Yeah.
yeah, living our best life.
Yeah.
That's my fantasy.
Um. Yeah. Spencer Charnas also. So he adds a lot of like pop cultural type things to his music too. Like what's the Halloween song? Is it Stabbing in the Dark?
Stabbing in the dark.
Yeah. Before the chorus, he has
Bum 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 bum
that
bum
song,
bum bum bum
Mr.
bum bum
Sandman.
bum bum bum. Mr. Sandman.
I keep wanting to say Enter Sandman. It's the Metallica fan.
Exit life.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That
That's
would be
the
funny.
remake. That's the remix.
Yeah. Um uh he
What's so
also
funny?
adds like quotes from the movies too.
Yeah.
Uh
What's the movies?
there's that part in Worst Vacation where the girl is like, and I made you my bitch or whatever. After seeing that part in Hostel, I was like, I get it.
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
So that's a song that I don't like the chorus. I don't think the chorus is that catchy to me, but I like the verses a lot. I like the like the evil people like
the German accent.
Yeah, the German accent. I don't know why I just did that. Like, oh god, don't sue me.
It's not like Germans have been made evil in most movies for the last 40 years, so.
I mean, that's because everything they say, it just sounds mean.
I don't think that's true, but.
I mean, like it's just more like stern.
I think when it's dramatized, it is. But like you listen to like Sue Me, and she's just sounds like a sweet baby angel. Until she's mad at you.
Until she's mad at you, right? Well, that's what a lot of people think about like New Yorkers too. Like straight up, like they're just mean, they're rude, they're they're on their get out of my way, I'm late kind of thing. Which most of it is true. But like it's not for everyone. It's dramatized. You see, like in get out of here. Nobody says I'm walking here. Nobody says it. But like it could be dramatized right on TV or something like that. Plus, like what is true is like we're very loud.
Yeah.
Like from where I am, like we're just very loud. I'm not yelling at you. There's multiple times where I've been talking to like our friends. They're just like, "Why are you yelling at me?" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
I think it's also like you say it a lot. Like you guys will tell it how it is. And I think I think a lot of people consider that like mean, whereas you're just like, I got nothing to hide, I just, yeah.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. No, I mean, if you like ask me, you're like, listen, can you tell me if I smell? And I'm just like, you do horribly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, no,
You're not like gonna like
you're good,
sugarcoat
dude.
it.
You know, I'm looking out for you at the
Yeah.
end of the day. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you stink.
Yeah.
You don't stink.
Well, we're not in the
I
same
can't
room.
smell
So.
you. You don't know this. No.
They don't know that the
That's
other
like,
side of that door is right here.
Max, this is podcast lore.
They can't.
Can't
There's
give-
a reason why they can't see my door to the side of my room right here.
Don't give away our secrets. I'm definitely not in the other room. Right there. Right. I'm trying to look for like the. Yeah. There. There. There's like a delay. There. There you go.
So Final
Yeah,
Girls,
definitely.
right?
So I was gonna say we've been talking about like that was not talking about female vocalists. That was not intentional, but I feel like that was a good segue to talk about Final Girls. You asked me, I think it was last week or the week before, you were like, I want to talk about our like favorite Final Girls. I'm like, fuck yeah.
This has been like a subject I've been wanting to talk about on the podcast for a while now. And for whatever reason, we've just been like coming up with other things and whatnot. So,
well, I want to ask you first off, what do you think a Final Girl is to you?
I definitely think that's changed in more recent years. Like, and I definitely think that goes differently for your favorite Final Girls. Like my top 3 Final Girls are Neru from Prey, Maddie from Hush, and Erin from You're Next.
So funny, I had none of those on mine.
Yeah, I just really like those movies.
Those are very good movies. You're Next is very like, that's my vibe.
Oh, You're Next is like one of my favorite movies of the last few years.
It's good. It is very good. Not scary, but like just a fun time.
Yeah. I mean, I like that movie has a bunch of cameos from people like one of the members of the family is Ty West, the director for X.
Mm-hmm.
I think he directed X. Yeah, okay.
He did.
Did he direct Pearl too?
So, and I think he's directed Maxine.
Oh, that's right. I still need to see Pearl. X was one of my favorite movies, even though I didn't like the sex scene in it.
I was gonna say like it's predominantly sex.
It's a good movie otherwise.
It's a great, fantastic. It's different.
Yeah.
I love how it was shot.
Yeah.
Pearl is really good. It's just it's not it's a drama, but good, but totally good. Super good.
Is Mia Goth playing Max in the new movie?
So in X, Maxine, this new movie takes place right after X.
Right
so
after.
It's the character. So it's the character in X now seems living up to the porn star life. Did you just fart?
No, I hit my microphone.
Oh, okay.
On accident. Sorry.
It would be funny if you were just like, yeah. Sorry. Why does your fart sound like a microphone?
Sometimes I don't know how to talk to you.
That's okay.
Your words are hurtful. Okay. I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding.
I never want to be hurtful.
No, I know.
I want to be hurt less. I don't think that's a word, but we can do it. We can make it. Yeah, X was great. Pearl was great in its own way, and I'm excited for the new Maxine movie. But would you consider that Mia Goth character a final girl?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a twisted, evil final girl kind of way.
I think so. Yeah. Um.
When we think of final girls, I know I always think of like the survivor,
Mhm.
like the one girl that's left that's being like tortured, outbeats the odds, and gets
Mhm.
away at the end. But that's not always the case.
Yeah.
I feel like a final girl could be a character, a
Yeah.
bad character, but it's the last one.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely think like Cabin in the Woods definitely like made like all the horror tropes like
Well,
pretty much what
Dana
they
Polk
are.
from Cabin in the Woods is on my list.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you consider her a final girl even though it was her and the stoner at the end? She technically was the final girl, and then they put her as the
Yeah.
final girl in their scenario for the gods.
Mhm.
But is she actually a final girl because no one else survived? Do you have to be the only one, only person in your group? Like, I don't think there are rules, right?
I think it's ultimately down to taste, really. Like,
Mm.
god damn it. like I feel like it's like I feel like so like Chill would consider like who's the final girl from Friday the 13th? Nancy?
Heather Langenkamp, Nancy.
Not Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, Nancy.
Nancy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So like she's obviously like one of the like token final girls. Laurie Strode.
Laurie Strode's the best one.
Yeah.
And can I just talk about why Laurie Strode is the best one? Because Laurie Strode ended Halloween as the final girl, like as the final woman.
Mhm.
Like she battled throughout all these movies,
Mhm.
never died, all in her like kind of teenage, like 20 area, and now was like an older woman. She's still battling him and she won. I
Mhm.
mean, like the most recent Halloween, the end of it, I feel like everyone expected her to die. Like she dies, Jason. She dies, Michael dies. Like they
Mhm.
stab each other, something dramatic like that. But it didn't happen. I thought it was very interesting. They gave her an ending of she just survives and lives out her life,
Mhm.
which a lot of people didn't care for, but I thought it was like a great decision for her. And I
Mhm.
think because of that, like she is like the ultimate final girl. She did it her entire life. She has been outdoing this guy and now it's permanently outdone. She is permanently the final girl. She's truly she I mean, you have movies that will stop at, movie number 3 and the girl is still young.
Yeah.
Like she's still, and then it's done. But this is Laurie Strode, this was her life. Her entire life was not dying. And then at the end she defeated and still alive. She is the ultimate final girl. Just in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, no, for
What do you
sure.
think? Do you agree with that, or like do you have like what's your number one? Why?
Um would you throw Ellen Ripley up on like that kind of pedestal too?
Yeah, my list for sure.
Mhm.
Ellen Ripley, and she's also just I love that character.
Mhm.
That script was made for a man,
Yeah.
and they gave it to Sigourney Weaver and didn't change anything to make it more like girly or anything.
Mhm.
She got let's say a man's script and she fucking killed.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely put her on there. Um, oh, here's one that I feel like is a really good final girl. Sydney Prescott from
Yeah.
Scream.
Mhm.
I think that she is Scream is kind of not living the legacy of Halloween, but I feel like what the Scream franchise could definitely like compete with like Texas Chainsaws. I feel like Scream is like more popular like Texas Chainsaw, but
Mhm.
the movies that like keep getting like movies made about them. As long as like Sydney Prescott is still in them, I mean, I feel like she's still like a really like up there like final girl.
Yeah. That was one
For
of the
sure.
things as much as I loved actually I think I kind of like that she wasn't in Scream 6, honestly.
Hmm.
Um and I think they wrote her out of it pretty well
Hmm.
cuz they're
Yeah.
just like she's safe in wherever she was,
Hmm.
and then they just went on with the movie. Like they didn't like focus on her. Like Courtney Cox was really good in that movie.
Remember Courtney Cox's apartment in that movie?
Mhm.
I was like, this is where you live? It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was in what, like up yeah, they were in like New York, right? She
Hmm.
was like on the upper and east side or whatever.
$1 billion a month.
Yeah.
Fucking
And from
beautiful
like
place.
she must have been like a really good weather reporter then.
She got I think she got the money from writing that book. The book about
Oh,
like Ghostface,
yes.
remember?
Mhm.
That's why she was selling it, and then like that's why Sydney was kind of like ew about her because
Mhm.
she's like, you're selling like my trauma kind of
That's in the
shit.
first movie, right? She wrote the book about Sydney's mom.
Yep, and
Mm.
she like is continuing like to write books, and that's why she's getting so much money.
Mhm.
I can't believe she. I mean, in a way, Gail Weathers is kind of a final girl. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like, she came from the first movie, right? She's been with Sydney this whole time. She has fought off Ghostface and the variations of Ghostface many times. And I expected her to die 2 screams ago.
Yeah.
And she is still going on. Dewey's fucking dead, but
Yeah.
not Gail. Like,
Mhm.
it's insane. I think her surviving makes her some sort of final girl in her own way. She's
Mhm.
definitely an iconic character, if
Mhm.
anything. Honorable mention
Mhm.
of a final girl. Sydney gets the final girl trophy, and then Gail Weathers gets the honorable mention,
You know,
in
honestly,
my
I would put
opinion.
them like both as like I feel like Scream would definitely have multiple final girls. And I think that I don't think we should rule that out either. Like I think you can have multiple final girls per franchise, even per movie
And it
really.
and it works well with Scream too, because there's like multiple ghost faces, like
Mhm.
copycat killer. So like it's kind of like its own like thing.
Yeah.
Like Scream 5 and Scream 6 had completely different casts
Mhm.
than Scream 4 did, than Scream 3 did.
Mhm.
So it's like its own new, almost like new franchise, new movie, new final girl.
Mhm.
And I guess the new one would it be would it be Jenna Ortega, or would it be the main character whose dad is Stu? Like, what are they like who's in that kind of Scream world? Who's their final girl?
I think the
I don't
movie
think
is like
either.
I think the movie is setting up for Sam to be the final girl. It's like she goes through more shit. She gets more like dialogue than Jenna Ortega does. She's in the movie more. Like you see her more than you see Jenna Ortega. Um,
Be
yeah,
in the new movies. I feel like I read somewhere she got canceled. I'm not
I don't know.
sure.
She
Yeah, I
got
was.
kicked off the casting for Scream 7 for sure. I don't know
So she's
why.
not gonna be. Can I be so bold as to say I believe it was something that had to do with political stuff in Israel? I think she was vocal about opinions, and I think that is why. Don't quote me on that, but
Hmm.
I do think I remember reading that, and that she wasn't going to be in this next movie, and I'm like, this next movie is going to really, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I don't really follow like drama personally, so I don't fully
I don't
know.
really, I don't really either, unless I get like a clickbait thing
Hmm.
or whatever. I don't. I have no idea even like what movies even come out nowadays.
Like I have to
They
like
say, oh,
really care about an actor to like give a shit like if they got canceled or not.
what I give a shit about is Bruce Campbell, because I have him tattooed on my arm, and it's not like, oh, if Michael Keaton got canceled. Oh, you have Michael Keaton? No, I have like Beetlejuice. Like that doesn't look like Michael Keaton, but like this looks like Bruce Campbell.
For sure.
You know, so I'm just like, please, Bruce.
Yeah.
Just stop doing it. Stay in your Michigan weed gardens and don't do anything sus.
Yeah.
Please.
Speaking of Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Me and Allie had decided that we are absolutely going to have Bruce Campbell and Nicolas Cage as final girls on our lists.
They have 100% final girl energy. I mean, Bruce. I mean, how do you survive all that? He literally went to another dimension.
And like,
he went to another world and survived.
I definitely don't think Evil Dead has a final girl. I would strongly consider Mia. I have Mia on
my list.
But I mean like the original trilogy.
No. Can't. They're all dead. There's no one no girl to be finals.
And they're all like different actors. Who's it? Laura? Is that her name?
Oh my god. I'm having a dumb moment. Is it Laura?
It starts with an L. I think. To Google, hold on.
Oh my god. Linda!
That's the one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Flat.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
You ex Evil Dead's #1 fan. What's the girl's name? And I go, fuck. I'm like, I don't fucking remember. Linda. Yeah, Linda, the actress, is definitely in the first one. In the second one, of course, in Ash vs. Evil Dead, I love the Linda head in the shed. And she's like, I'll suck you off. I give good head. It's like, oh god.
Goodness
fucking
gracious.
Vulgar.
Yeah.
How fun that scene was probably really fun to do. That episode for me solidified Bruce Campbell's acting chops. Because when he had to play like the evil Ash, who was kind of like, you know, seducey to Amanda the cop, I was like, wow. Like, I've never seen like Bruce Campbell play this kind of character, and he did so good, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good. You know who I wish was a final girl, and I don't think she is in anything? Actually, no! She is in Ready or Not. Sam Weaving.
Yeah, I have her on my list. And for Ready or Not.
Yeah. For Ready or Not. Yeah, I just thought that was a great movie.
Yes, I love that movie.
That movie is so fun. I was at Connecticut Horror Fest 2 years ago, and there was a girl who dressed up in a fantastic, I think I have a picture, a fantastic cosplay of Samara Weaving from Ready or Not. Wedding dress, blood, bullets, gun, so good. We go to do the costume contest. And this guy who was judging made me so mad. So she comes up to do her, you know, turn, whatever. And you know what he says? He goes, this is some sort of Carrie. And I'm like, that's so, first of all, that's like really, that would have crushed me.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it is, like, don't be like, just ask me what it is.
Yeah.
But don't be like, this is not Carrie. This looks way better.
Yeah.
And that took a lot of fucking care. Some sort of Carrie. When I went up there, I did my Midsommar one, and he was like, oh, this is from that Midsommar movie I haven't seen. I'm just like, you're the worst.
Who let this guy, like MC the fucking,
idea.
like, costume contest?
I have no idea. But he, like, knew random ones that I didn't. Like, there was some guy with, like, a box that was opened on his head, and apparently it was from, like, BioShock or something. Like, it was from, like, a video game.
Oh, okay.
Like, he knew those ones. But, like, anything that was outside of, like, the norm, he didn't know. There was someone who did Ellen Ripley and the Alien. Perfection. It was so good. They looked amazing. They won. They should.
Yeah, they should, yeah. How do you feel about Jennifer Love Hewitt's character in I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, no, she survives 1, 2, and is there a third? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know what you did last summer.
Yes, the
Then there's I
third one's
Still Know What You Do.
awful.
It's awful, and does it star her? Is she in it?
Um,
Because there's that I Know What You Did Last Summer show, which is like really teeny bopper,
yeah.
but I enjoy it. But yeah, I would definitely I'd say that she's final girl for sure. Oh man, I Know What You Did Last Summer was made during that period of like transition between like the late 1990s and the early 2000s, where
Mm-hmm.
like you had like a handful of these movies like I Know What You Did Last Summer, these kind of like teeny slasher films I love.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah, she's in
Shit.
that third movie too.
I have one. What do you think about Kirsty Cotton from Hellraiser?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Did I?
I mean, she's not obviously in like the newer ones, but
Mm. Did I?
she
Did
was
I
in
send
the
you
first
my
couple.
list? I wasn't sure if I did.
No,
Okay.
I did
Do you want to
not.
go over your list real quickly?
Yeah, sure. So I have from mine, I have Laurie Strode is my number one, and then after this, there's like no particular order.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Prescott from Scream for the reasons I said before. Ellen Ripley, she's definitely a final girl. Nancy Thompson from Nightmare on Elm Street. It's Heather Langenkamp, who I know you were saying that people are like, oh, she's like the ultimate like final girl, but no, they're wrong. It's Laurie Strode.
For sure.
Kirsty Cotton. This one I haven't mentioned. Jess Bradford from Black Christmas. Now, there's only
I still need
one
to see that
movie.
movie.
There is only one, and I wanted to ask you if you would think that she is a final girl, but we will reconvene with that question after you've seen the movie.
Yeah, it's on
I
my
believe
Shudder
it's on
list.
Shudder.
It is.
Perfect, perfect. And then I have just a couple more. So Dana Polk from Cabin in the Woods. She's memed to be the final girl in the movie. If you've seen the movie, she's also the last girl. She's the God, I fucking love that movie so goddamn much. I just fucking love how like they're all cheering. The guy, zombie, is throwing her off the dock. She's getting fucking hurt. You think it's done, and then it's not done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fucking good after that. Oh!
Yeah.
And then I have Mia Allen from Evil Dead 2013. I feel like not only is she a great final girl, but she is in that. I feel like really she has the essence of the female Bruce Campbell. And we all know that Bruce Campbell is the final girl along with fucking Nick Cage. They're just, oh god. That's such a genius. That was so good, Max. You're just like, I have Bruce Campbell and Nick Cage on my list. I'm like, that's perfect. But those are my top final girls for multiple different reasons. But number one is Laurie Strode. How about you?
My list. I didn't really go in like numbered order. I just kind of picked my favorites. So mine is Naru from Prey, Maddie from Hush, Aaron from Your Next, Christy from Hellraiser, Grace from Ready or Not, Allison from Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
The blonde?
Yes, I
The blonde?
believe. Jenna Ortega from Pretty Much Anything. Ellen Ripley from Alien, Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street, Sydney from Scream, Laurie from Halloween, Julie from I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I have Jane Levy on here twice. I have one for the 2013 Evil Dead movie, and I have her also for Don't Breathe.
Good.
I love that movie.
The movie was so good. I didn't
Yeah.
even see the second one. I just saw the
It's
first
not
one.
worth it.
I
The
hear that
second
it's
one is
not.
just garbage. Like,
Can I say just one thing about Don't Breathe though? Could they have just not done that? You know what I mean?
oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Because the movie was really good, and then that happens, and then you're like, I could have done without this knowledge. I
Yeah.
could have done without this part.
I feel like
Why is it
Don't
gotta be
Breathe
gross?
kind of tried to be what Cabin in the Woods was. Like, it kind of had like a Cabin in the Woods twist to it, but like, if it was gross, you know? Like they're trying to redeem him as this John Kramer holier than thou like person, like, oh, I did it for me.
How does that make you feel? Like with characters, like you just said, like John Kramer, like they're trying to make you feel bad for him now, and like a lot of these movies, same thing they did at the end of towards the third act of Don't Breathe. I hate it when movies try to gaslight me into liking this horrible character because they deserved it, or I had a hard life, I'm doing this for my family, or just like I feel like I'm being punked.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel?
The thing is, like, I don't think anyone in the entire world is going to, like, I don't think they're trying to make John Kramer a likable person. I think they are genuinely trying to make him like a really terrible person, and he's just like, I just don't see the terror in this. Like, I am helping people and I don't know what you mean. I think what people are trying to do with that are they're trying to make a John Kramer like person in a horror movie, and they are failing at it.
So who do you so okay, so John Kramer is like the cream of the crop when it comes to like that kind. So what are its proteges that are failing? The Don't Breathe guy, you're like,
Yeah.
you feel like that was a big
Yeah,
a
cuz
big doo-doo.
cuz the twist could have been good, because like what they should have done is they should have had him, like, they break into this blind guy's house, like, they're doing all this mean stuff, they figure out that he's not like the best of people. Keep that fucking like turkey baster thing away from that movie. Like,
That's the thing. Like, why did we have to do Turkey
why
Baster?
why do they have to have the scene where the girl is tied up in the basement?
Yeah. Hmm. Right.
Everything
I agree.
before that point was fine, because they make him out to be a bad person right before that, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, he almost like kills the one person, I think. I think.
He killed all of them except for the girl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He
yeah,
killed
yeah.
literally all of them. Even the guy that was supposed to be just like the lookout or whatever. The nerdy guy from 13 Reasons Why.
I don't think he killed him there. I think he kills him when they go down to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
I haven't seen like another like it's like a mastermind
Yeah.
kind of. I haven't. I'm trying to like think of like other like mastermind type movies that have a character like John Kramer, and I don't think I could think of one, or there's not as many movies devoted to a character. Like you have what 10 Saw movies,
Yeah.
and they are all John Kramer. So it's like that's a lot of dedication to a character. It's a lot of stories, a lot of build. I don't think any horror character besides maybe Jason, or Freddy, or have that kind of like rapport in like horror. There's not 10 Hatchet movies and they're all about Victor Crowley, but there's 10 Saw movies and they're all about John Kramer. And
Yeah.
each one you're learning something new. You had a whole movie devoted to his backstory.
Mhm.
No one has that. Just John Kramer, Tobin Bell, fantastic actor.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
think he's been in really anything else. I have seen him in a straight to VOD kind of horror movie 10 plus years ago, but that's it.
I
He
mean, he's
played pretty
probably
much
like
the same
voiced in
character.
everything. Or he's probably voiced in a lot of things, cuz I mean, you hear his voice and it's just like, "Oh, like that's terrifying," you know?
Could John Kramer be a Dead by Daylight character?
No.
I feel like the closest we have is the Doctor, but he looks crazy and
Well, we have
menacing.
Amanda.
Oh, we do have Amanda.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, yeah,
But
we
I
do
don't
as a
think
kid.
John Kramer could do it.
Oh, Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too old, so he can't like move around too
I
fast.
mean, you watch him in like Saul. I think it's one of the later Sauls, and he's like stumbling pretty much.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah, he's like
he's
150.
limping.
He's not one for this earth.
Yeah. And he's dead in like half of those movies. Like he's somehow like doing
Yeah,
all those trap things from hell. Like, let's be
he
real.
is. He is. He's the ultimate. Maybe he's Satan.
Really, like that's how he's doing
What
it.
What did you think of this final Saw movie? Oh my god, this 10th Saw movie that everyone really liked.
I
Did you
really
like it
liked
too?
it. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Um,
thought it wasn't bad.
it would be like my fourth favorite Saul movie. Third. It wouldn't.
I'd say that too.
It would probably break top 3 for me personally, but like almost barely.
Mine would be the first movie, the second movie, and then the 10th one. I think that would be
Yeah.
my order of the ones that I liked. I didn't like any like four. I think I liked 3. I didn't like the one where it's like now he's like dead.
Hmm.
Like I think the 4th and on, I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
Is there? And I was trying to think of it, and I don't. There isn't, but I wish that there was a final girl for Final Destination, because those movies were so clever. And the only one that I can think of would be her name in the first and the second movie is Clear Waters, but she died in the second. She's not final. But that's a cast that changes every single movie, but they keep producing Final Destination movies. And hey, if the movie sucks, and I say this for like all horror movies, if the movies suck, but the kills are really fucking good, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, um, like these Final Destination movies, they're not the best anymore. I think it was the last one, that was the Final Destination.
Yeah.
They had a death that was like the girl got squished in, in an escalator accident.
Hmm.
Like she just escalated inward, and it was
Yeah.
so fucking cool. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm in. I don't need have the worst dialogue ever. The
Hmm.
girl getting fucking destroyed in the tanning bed, so good.
Yeah.
Like I love all of that. The movies now suck, but I love the deaths. But there's no final girls. There's no such a long movie franchise with no final girls.
Yeah.
None. Like I can't think. I guess no. Friday the 13th doesn't have one either.
I mean,
I
Allison.
know. Yes. Oh,
Isn't that the girl's name in the first movie? Allison?
in Final Destination.
No. The
Is it?
first Friday the 13th.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But
There's a
I
There's a
think
lot of
the
Allisons in
first
horror.
one. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
New
not.
Halloween movie.
I mean, Terrifier 2, but you know.
I was like, there's nothing worse than your namesake being destroyed, mutilated in the worst way right in front of you. Ellie? And I'm just like, oh, leave me alone. And then like Laurie Strode's like niece in the new Halloween movies is Allison.
Oh my god, it is, yeah.
One of yeah, you're right. Alice. I think it's Alice.
Alice, that's what. Yeah.
Alice. Wait a second. I gotta see final. What is her? Oh my god, her name's my name. No, like first and last.
Is it really?
Go look it right now. It's Friday the 13th. Just realized that. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
No
No, I
fucking
can
shit,
send
that's
you.
awesome.
Oh my, that's my first and last name.
Congratulations, you're finally in a
Thank
horror
you.
movie.
Oh my god, we just found out together. Oh, I love this. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Max for suggesting we do Final Girls today. I would have never known that I'm a star. Fuck you, Laurie Strode. I'm number one. That's so fucking
I'm gonna
funny.
add
That's so
Alice Hardy,
funny.
played by Allison Hardy.
Oh my, that's my name. I love it.
Oh.
Alice Hardy, played by Alice Hardy.
Alice Hardy as herself. Comedy.
Comedy. I love that. I'm so giddy now. Oh, I'm so cool. I didn't know. It took me 34 years to realize.
It's a hell of an awakening.
Oh my god, I'm sweating. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. So number one for you would be from Prey. So Prey is that Predator movie, right?
Yes, that is the most recent Predator movie.
It's a good one.
I think Aaron from Your Next would be number 1 for me. I think Neru from Prey would be number 2, and Maddie from Hush would be number 3.
Yeah, I'm slightly saying Claire
Mm-hmm.
in Final Destination, but she died horribly in Final Destination 2.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would have to pick a final girl from the Final Destinations, it would definitely be Claire.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't survive more than 2 movies, unfortunately. Nobody survives their
Yeah.
Final Destination.
Does Mary Elizabeth Winstead doesn't survive in her Final Destination, does she?
Is what she's the carnival.
She's
She's the carnival.
That's
I think
3, I think.
That's 3. Mm-hmm. No, that's 3.
It's 3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
Flatley,
I think
thank you,
you're
thank you,
right.
Flatley.
Yes. I feel like she does survive at the end. I know that the one with the logs, with the car crash with the logs,
That's 2.
the cop and the girl survive at the end.
Mm.
I remember there was like a barbecue thing. And then 3, did she survive the end? She may have. Don't remember. Maybe Flat. Because Flat knows about Final Destination movies. Do you remember a kill in any of the Final Destinations that you were like, that's fucking cool?
I don't know if it was cool, but my most it's either Final Destination or Scream. There's one kill that stays with me because it's so weird. It's the cast is in this house and the fuel line is leaking, and the guy is like reading a note on the inside, and he lights a lighter, and the plot waits till he's read the entire note to like for the gas to catch. Yeah, it's either Scream or Final Destination, and one of those movies, like that like scene, like it makes me laugh because it's so weird.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
At all. Oh wow.
But
I
like
wonder,
the car scene from the second Final Destination is great.
I mean, can anybody drive behind a car full of logs now?
I wouldn't drive behind a truck of any kind personally.
No, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you.
And then they tried to do that one in Final Destination 3D with the racetrack. and that was just CGI garbage. Like
That was but that's the one that has the escalator scene.
oh, okay, gotcha.
It was when they were like running back from the movies, like the movie was about to blow up. Like they got the vision that the movie theater was gonna blow up, and he's running and trying to get his girlfriend, and then the escalator just went like poop, and then she gets escalated. But then he like wakes up and he's like, or the girl, whoever it was like, oh my god, wait, we can't do this because I'm gonna get squished. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
There was one death, and I've only seen this Final Destination once. It was either the most recent one or the one beforehand, and it was the gymnastics death. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
So the girl's doing like the uneven poles. I think that's what they are. And she like falls wrong and just
oh god.
Just I mean just the body just leaves the soul.
Yeah.
Like she crunched. And that one she crunched, and that girl, and that really got me. The crunch really got me. I did not like that whatsoever. The tanning bed one, I really love that one.
Yeah.
If you got a vision, would you leave? Would you make that ruckus on an airplane? Like in the first one? Would you do that? Would you be like, you woke up from a nap and you're like, oh my god, I had a nap. I had a dream that the plane crashed. Would you be like, I'm off? You know, blah, 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 blah. Would you do that?
I don't know. And it's only because, like, how would I know if it's real, you know? I wouldn't put that much trust into it, you know?
I would feel the same way. Like, I would be like, whatever. And in my mind, I'm just like, I don't want to cause a commotion, or I don't want to do... And then it fucking happens, man.
I mean,
that's never happened.
Yeah. I mean, I would keep it in the back of my mind for sure. But it's just like... It can't, like... It would just be coincidental to me at that point, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't think much of it either. And I'm, like, not the kind of person that speaks up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Speaking of speaking up, this just gives me a memory real quick of when Jor really wanted to see the World of Warcraft movie.
Okay.
When it first came out. And we went to go see it, and the movie theater was just full of nerds. And the movie was supposed to start, let's say, at like 7. And 7 comes by, it's not on. 7:10, 7:15, 7:20. Nothing on the screen. And I'm just like, is nobody gonna like say anything? And he's like, and Jor was like, why don't you go say something? I'm like, why don't you go say something? It's your movie. I'm just like, and that's what everyone was like. Oh, everyone's too nerdy to fucking go say something.
Yeah.
So I get up and I go to the usher and I'm like, hi, movie was supposed to start like a half an hour ago and it hasn't started. Can you go like fix that? He's like, yeah. So then I walk back to the theater and I'm like, they're fixing it, and they all go, whoa, yeah. Like I'm just like, no one's anything. Everyone's just waiting for a movie that's not gonna come on. Like what? Like what is happening? And that's all I wanted to say.
Fair enough.
So if you got a plane full of nerds who have premonitions about the airplane going down, no one's saying anything. No one's fucking saying anything.
Yeah. If you know me in real life, I am the quietest person you'll ever meet. Like, there have been times where I've gone to like friends' houses, and there have been like a party there, and I've left without them knowing. like we walk in through the front door, and it's like a front door here, and then there's like a side door like over here. I'll like make sure they're not looking and like quietly book it to the like other side of the house and leave. I did that once.
They see you come in? Do they see you come in?
I came in with them, so they think I'm there. But
amazing.
But then they'll like walk forward, and I'll go like that way. And so like,
just leave?
yeah, I don't want to be seen at this party. The fuck?
Yeah. Fuck. I'm an Irish goodbyer. I don't have time to say goodbye to everyone. I do. Bye. That's
Yeah.
all you're gonna get probably from me,
Mhm.
unless you're like at like a wedding. If you're like the bride and groom, I'll
Mhm.
say goodbye to you guys. But everyone else gets a universal, and then I'm
Yeah.
out. I don't have time because you know what happens, and this is I hate lying. I really do. So when people are hugging you and they're just like, "So nice to see you. Let's get together soon." I'm like, that's the biggest lie
Yeah.
I've ever heard in my life. And I don't want to have to say, "Yes, I miss you. I would love to hang out with you," because chances are I do not miss you and I do not want to hang out with you.
It's
So
fair.
why am I going to waste my time telling you shit that's not true?
Mhm.
Get your hopes up, Toots. I'm
Yeah.
leaving here with the cannoli and that's it.
Yeah. That's the thing about me though, like if I see so if I'm like in a group of people and like you guys are going and we're going somewhere, if I see something that I want to go do, I'll go do it. I won't tell a soul. I'll
I love
find you
that.
guys later. Like
Yeah.
I've talked about this with Alpha. Alpha's like, if we ever meet up, we're putting a leash on you so you can't like, so you can't leave. And I'm just like, I'll just take the person with me. I'll just grab onto them
Oh
and run
yeah.
away with them. Like,
We're your dogs, you know?
yeah,
You're not ours.
yeah.
Who is the puppet and who is the puppet master?
And knowing me, I'll
Uh,
find a way to get out of it. So you know.
Did you know in Japan they have a Sailor Moon store?
Yeah.
It's a store devoted to Sailor Moon.
They have a bar that's Sailor Moon themed. Actually, they have several bars that are they're Sailor Moon themed. And the drinks come with like little like they're like the swords, but they're like
The
the
wands.
wands, the pens. You can get like Sailor Moon's like cool heart sword on a drink.
So, have you been? Have you
No.
been to Tokyo?
No, I've never been to Japan, but
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's in Tokyo or Osaka.
mhm.
One of those two. That's I've never been to Japan either. My friend is there right now, and
Nice.
she's sending all these pictures, and I'm just like, man, that looks amazing.
Mhm.
Where's your favorite place that you've been?
So, of all the places that I've been, definitely like Birmingham was really nice. Uh
Mm.
it's
Alabama?
no, in Birmingham, UK.
Is there a Birmingham, Alabama?
I have no idea. I don't
Did I just
touch
make
that
that up?
stuff. I don't touch that state. That state can stay where it is.
So I wasn't gonna judge you for it being like the best place I've ever been to is Alabama. But in my head, I was like, you know, when like question marks are popping around like cartoons' heads,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
Birmingham, UK. Nice. Tell me, I'm going to the UK in August.
Mhm.
Tell me some fun stuff that you've done there.
Uh,
Drink,
drink like alcohol
drink.
in England just tastes so much better.
What kind of alcohol? Beer,
Beer,
wine,
cider,
cider,
everything.
everything.
Wine definitely for sure.
Really? And what
Yeah.
kind of wine do you drink? You a red or a white?
Um,
I feel like you're a red, just by the
I mean,
look of
I
you.
like both. I like apple wine. Apple wine's delicious.
Apple wine. Never had apple wine. I've had
Apple wine
plum
is a
wine.
white wine, I believe.
Ooh, that
I like
sounds
fruity
yummy.
drinks.
Me too.
Like
Me
ciders in
too.
UK. There's a cherry cider that you can get in the UK that's it's like I could drink like 10 of them and I would be hammered for the next 5 days. Like it would be
How are
bad.
how are like pubs there, like compared to here?
Oh, pubs are like the food they get is a lot better from what I hear. I definitely like the food over there a little bit more. I haven't been to a bar or pub here really.
You need to.
They just seem so like grungy and I don't want to get into a bar fight, you know.
Yeah, you're nobody would fight with you, and if anybody fought with you, I would. drive fucking 5 hours, and I would beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
How dare they?
I mean, as much as I would love to like recreate like a Western bar fight, I think that would be cool. I think
Okay.
it would be like, it would be in like my wildest dreams for that to happen though.
Your wild, wild west dreams.
Yeah.
So you have a you have a cowboy, not fantasy, but you have you've thought about this before.
Yeah.
Tell You want to get into a Western bar fight. Do you think that would be kind of cool?
I mean,
All right.
I think it would be like,
Wait, over what? What would we be fighting about? We're about to act this out. What are we? Okay, we got our fucking our dukes up. Now our dukes are holstered.
sure.
That's not the start of it. Okay. What is the scenario?
Have you ever seen like a really pretty woman in a Western movie? We're fighting over that.
Okay.
Imagine the bartender's just like the most gorgeous woman in the entire Western world. We're fighting over that.
We're fighting over that. Okay, so we're in the bar, and she's like, guys, no. And you're just like,
we just like
and we're
knock
just like,
over a table each, and then we just like we're just standing there.
And you hear like, and then tumbleweed.
Yeah, there's like a mariachi band playing in the background.
And then when we say,
band,
hey,
just
we
like,
shoot.
just like, I don't know, like a really good pianist. There's just like, just playing something really good.
Yeah, as we duke it out.
Yeah.
But then we realize that our guns, when they fire them, it just says like bang.
Yeah. It's like the Joker's gun, and we just throw him to the side. And we just start a
hug?
bar fight.
Oh,
okay.
like we throw them to the side and we hug it out.
Oh well, if it's me and you, obviously it's a hug. But like if it's someone else, like I like to imagine like I don't know, I throw them and that onto another table, and then those two at the table start fighting, and that leads to the bar fight. It's like a cause and effect
Everyone's
type
fighting.
thing. Yeah.
So now everyone's fighting each other.
Yeah. Like,
all for this hot bar maiden.
Yeah. I don't know.
What does she look like?
I mean,
hot?
Yes, literally.
Little old me?
Can I tell you a funny story?
Oh yes, please.
So in London, so next to Big Ben, there's this really nice little pub. I forget the name of it at the moment. But I walked in there, and it was funny. There was a really pretty bartender, and I was like, I walked up to her. I was so nervous. I was like, "Hey, do you have like these drinks?" And she was like, "No, but we have like these." And she's like explaining like all these different drinks and stuff. And I was like, "Cool, I'll take one of these." And I don't know what came over me, but I was like, "I would like to buy you a drink though." And me and her just like sat and like talked about things, and we just had a really nice conversation. She was pretty.
You were like, "I'd like to buy you a drink too,"
Yeah.
like the bartender.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
In England, you don't tip. You can like buy like bartenders drinks, and that is their like tip. I think that's how that goes.
So bartenders can get just wasted on their shifts.
I mean, they can. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, English people don't get wasted as much as we do.
You don't tip in England. Is
Yeah.
it gratuity included? Or is
Well,
tipping culture just in
they just get
American?
paid well. Like Americans, like we're just awful people. We don't pay for shit. Like,
What if there's a situation where, like, let's say, like, I didn't know that, right?
yeah.
And I'm at eating somewhere, and the bill comes, I pay, and then I give them a tip. What would they do? Would they think it's rude?
I don't think that they would think it's rude. I think, you know, I don't know. Like, if I wanted to tip someone, I would just like, yeah, tipping is absolutely an American culture thing. Like everywhere else, they just get paid really well. You know.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
You're literally like 12 years younger than me, and I didn't know this.
Yeah. It's because like I got really excited to go over to England, so I did a lot of research and stuff.
Yeah, I've obviously done zero. I didn't even. That's nice. So you
Yeah.
guys you had a drink together.
Hmm.
And now let me ask you, when you went over there, does anyone go like, "Hey, where are you from?" or "Oh, your accent"? Does anyone say anything?
No. I think the closest thing I got to that was someone was like, "Hey, I like your hair," and someone was like,
We don't
"Hey, are
have
you?"
gingers in the UK.
Well, I mean, there's like Ireland and Scotland, so
Yeah.
technically,
Oh yes, yes. And you do
someone.
have beautiful
It
hair.
was funny. Someone walked up to me and was like, "So are you from Ireland or Scotland?" I was like, "Neither." It's
Neither.
funny. I'm from
Um,
America.
from America. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, because whenever I hear like an accent of someone, they're like, la da 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 da. I'm like, ooh, where are you from?
Mhm,
Like, hey, I'm from England. So
mhm.
I'm wondering if like people hear like, hey, I'm walking here, and they're just like, where are you from?
I have a terrible time like so like I don't know if it's just me or not. I don't ever want to seem like rude if I'm so like so I have a friend who's Asian and she speaks Cantonese, which I believe is some part of Chinese culture, I think.
I think so. My friend speaks Cantonese fluently.
And I
And
and I had to like it took me like 3 days of like wanting to ask her to be like of wanting to ask her like what kind of like of like where she's from and whatnot, and
Mhm.
it took me 3 days to realize like I could ask her what language she speaks to her parents and figure out that way, you know?
I struggle actually, Max, with that too. Is there's so much variation in the Asian culture that I
Yeah.
never want to be insensitive, and it's hard to ask someone like, "Where are you from?"
Hmm.
without like, to me too. I feel like I'm being insensitive, and I don't think I am. I don't think that you are.
Hmm.
It's like it's we're not asking like what kind of Asian are you?
Yeah.
Even though like, you know what I mean, even though like that's the question, that's the answer we want. But
Yeah.
we're you know what I mean, we're not trying to be insensitive. We're just like, oh, where are you from? But for whatever reason, when it comes to Asian people of Asian descent, I always feel like I'm being rude.
Yeah.
Always.
It's
I
like
never want to be.
it's that thing where like I don't want to come off like I don't know, like my generation just like everything is just so insensitive. Like everything is just meant to be like racist or like insensitive or like bigotry or whatever. It's just like and I never want that to come off because like this is my friend and I don't want to offend her. So I'm like
Yeah.
how do I say this without cuz I'm like genuinely interested in knowing
Yeah.
like her family's history and whatnot. Like
Hmm.
and like what language she speaks cuz I don't know, maybe I want to learn that language, you know?
Yeah, no, it's really, it just comes from I'm so interested.
Mhm.
I got called out one time. I'll tell you and and everyone here. I don't mean to. I feel like I wasn't being insensitive, but this was like right at the very beginning of like the movement of like um again, I don't know what to call this movement, but like PC
Yeah.
pronouns,
Like
um,
woke.
woke culture, we'll
Like
say. It
yeah.
was
Like
right at
that's
the
when like
beginning.
everything started to become woke.
Wrong. Right.
Yeah.
So, in roller derby,
Mhm.
for a warm up, we would do what's called a pace line, where we would partner up with someone, and then we would pretty much do drills with them in a line with all the other skaters. And we would be me and this girl Harley would pair up, and they would call us Team Trees,
Okay.
and we'd be like Team Trees coming because we're both super tall.
Yeah.
And one time, the two of the we had from every culture, we had a roller derby. We had two of the Asian girls
Mhm.
be partners and go. And I said, "Here, coming up as Team Asian." And after
Mhm.
practice, the girl Harley, who I partnered with, she came up to me crying, and she's like, "I feel like you are being really insensitive." by just making them into this thing that they're Asian, calling them Team Asian. I was like, I didn't mean for that to be wrong. If you and Carrot Top were coming through, I'd be like Team Ginger. You know, I like didn't think of it as anything insensitive.
Yeah.
But it like hurt her feelings. Not even any of the girls I said that to, just the girl I was with. I went up to one of the girls after practice and I was like, I am so sorry if I hurt your feelings at all by saying teammate. I did not mean to. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't give a shit. So it's like it was such a thing that I felt like I really offended when I didn't mean to. And then like she didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like someone being what is that called? When you're a man on behalf of somebody else.
It's called being a white person.
Yes, there it is. There it is. It's called being white. But yeah, that was like I was like, did I do something wrong? And like after that, I'm like, I'll never even dabble in like if I ever think that something is even a fart of racist or a fart of insensitive, whatever, I'm like, I just won't even.
I'm so sorry, Gothy. Gothy, please don't hate me. Listen, that joke was set up perfectly because I was about to like go on a rant about how people on Twitter are just like all about like making people like feel bad for like, I don't know, things that shouldn't be you know, exactly like that, you know.
Selective outrage. Yeah, not whistleblower. There is definitely a word for being man on behalf of somebody else. Forget
I know what you mean, but like again, like white people will do that in like all the time.
Yeah. Like just making it worse. Like stop. Yeah. Like they weren't upset about it because there was nothing mischievous about it.
Yeah. It's all about intent too. Like
absolutely.
Everyone is like trying not to be like like a bigot pretty much, and they're just trying too hard because they're like, because if you focus on like what you're saying and you're clearly not a bigot, like that's fine, but like don't go around trying to turn like, I don't know, like a, what is that like phrase, like anthill into a mountain or whatever,
molehill into a mountain.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I like anthill.
I don't know. I've got grounded on my mind.
I like anthill because anthills are way smaller than mole. My mouth.
Mole holes.
My mouth won't let me say it. I tried a couple of times. It won't let me say the words.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, and I also hate that thing where it's just like, where someone gets called out and it's like, oh, I can't be a racist because I have blank friends, you know? It's just like, that's not an excuse, you know? Like, it's like a, I don't know, it's just like a false wall, and it's just like, we shouldn't have to resort to something like that for, like, something that you clearly have done nothing wrong for. You know?
Yeah. That was just the start. It got way worse after that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. A rip. One of the girls related to horror, one of the girls on my team, she actually left the year. So I was on 2 teams. I was on Strong Island when I lived in Long Island, and then when I moved up to here, I went to Suburbia, and one of the girls in Suburbia, she left the year that I came in, but her derby name was Bruce Campbell.
Nice.
And I swear to you, she looked like Bruce Campbell. I'll send you a picture of her. She looks like Bruce Campbell. Mm-hmm. Like she has the chin.
Nice.
It was perfect. Mm-hmm. But I actually haven't seen like many like roller derby names that were like horror related, like good ones. I did make up a lot of them for my friends. A couple of years ago, one of the girls that I skated with, one of the women, her daughter turned 21, wanted to join Derby, and her daughter was a huge fan of Scream and Chucky. So her daughter messaged me and was like, "Can you think of any punny roller derby names for like that related to Scream or to Chucky?" So she ended up going with and spelling it Billie. She went with Billy Loomis, but making it more. That's
Gotcha.
the
Gotcha.
bad guy
Gotcha.
from
Gotcha.
Scream 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Stu, Billy.
Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, the opposite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lars Ulrich? No. His last name is Ulrich. I forget what his first name is.
Skeet.
Skeet. Yeah, Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
thinking of. I don't know why I said Lars. That was the drummer of Metallica. Still have Metallica on my mind.
See, you went Metallica. I went Rancid. Whenever I hear Lars, I think of
Gotcha.
Lars, whatever his name is from Rancid.
Gotcha.
The old fat man with the mohawk. Or Lars. There's a Lars in Rocket Power.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I really want to watch Scream 1 again. I really
God, me
miss
too.
Matthew Lillard's performance in that movie.
Matthew Lillard has to be probably the nicest guy
Oh,
ever.
I'm sure.
And I was hearing someone on a podcast talk about him the other day. You know what it was? It was Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas was talking about him on her podcast the other day, and she was saying like he does so much for his fans. You know, he'll literally he poses for them. He does prom poses. He kiss someone on the forehead, and it's so true. So when we went to go see him at CT Horror Fest, my friend waited online. I refused. Waited online for 8 hours, and he did to meet him and get his autograph. He did not move. He was getting people to get beers or whatever, and he'll be like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm gonna get to everyone." And the reason, besides him being incredibly popular, the reason why it was taking so long is because he gave everyone personal attention. And when Jess, my friend, finally got up there, I was next to her, not in the line part, but right next to the line. And she went up to him and she was like, "Can you say so it was a Jinkies or whatever it is from Scooby Doo, whatever he says in Scooby Doo," and he grabbed her face and went and said the line, and I'm like, that's so fun. He's such a nice person, such a nice person. And he's gonna be in Five Nights at Freddy's too.
Oh, is he?
He is. It is confirmed that he's going to be at Five Nights at Freddy's. What do you think they're going to do? Is it going to be a Freddy's Phasmo Pizza or whatever it's called? Freddy Fazbear Pizza Phasmo. I got ghosts on the mind. Is it going to, do you think that's what it's going to be? Or you think it's going to be in another location? Because they can't just keep doing it there.
If I remember correctly, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a prequel to 1. I think.
Traps.
I don't know if they're going game-wise, though. So Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie, could be Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Right.
The game.
There could be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because was this one, someone said this one was I don't know if this is true, based off a security breach? This first one? This movie?
I don't know that it was off security breach.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was like, you guys don't know better than I. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. No, security breach would have had the Pizzaplex and Gregory and different.
Pizzaplex.
Yeah. That's the it's like the upgraded Chuck E. Cheese. It's like the super Chuck E. Cheese.
Did you know that you need children to go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, you need children to go to Legoland as too.
Legoland?
Mm-hmm.
You need children to go to Legoland?
Mm-hmm. If you were a single adult, you can't go in.
But there's so many adult Lego shows. Adults love Legos. What do you mean I can't go to Legoland without a kid? Plan. You're my kid. We can go to Legoland together now. I'm 100% saying you're my kid. This could absolutely happen. I could have had a baby at 12. 1,000. I'm not
You're
even
laughing.
fucking
You're not laughing, but I feel like you are
because I'm
genuinely
so
serious.
because I'm so serious about taking you as my child to Legoland. I have genuine joy in my heart right now.
I do too, and that's why I'm laughing. I like this idea.
I love it. I love it. I've never been to Legoland. I've been to in New York City. There's Nintendo World.
I love that store so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
there.
I have
I've been
two
to
plushies over my computer that I got from there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Plushies.
Plushies are
I've
great.
been to it's not FAO Schwartz anymore, but that big toy store in New York City.
It's in
That's
Times
cool. That
Square,
had like
right?
I believe so. It had the carousel
Yeah,
and
I
everything.
think last time I went there, it was a Toys R Us.
Yeah, definitely not an FAO Schwartz anymore.
Yeah.
We're in a Home Alone 2 as Duncan's toy chest. The whole
yes. Yes.
That
So I was
was
like, Home Alone 2, is that the one that takes place in New York? And yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
That's the one with Donald Trump in it.
That is the one with Donald Trump in it. That's also the one where it just makes me laugh. One of the funniest endings to any movie I've ever seen is Home Alone 2. Kevin McAllister, rich as fuck, just eating up all the ice cream, buying up all the gifts, charging up that hotel credit card. He gets fucking 2 turtle doves from Mr. Duncan, and he goes to the park, and he goes to his fucking bird friend and bird lady and says, I have something for you. He hands her the fucking plastic ass turtle dove, and he goes, you have one, and I have one. Now we'll be friends forever. Bitch, she wanted food. She's fucking hungry. Bird seed. You just gave her a fucking toy fucking bird? You out of your goddamn mind? He's just eating like a king. What about you come to my hotel room and take a shower?
Yeah.
And have some food. You just saved my fucking life. Those guys were gonna shoot Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
They were gonna make him into raw meat. Raw meat. Chop
raw meat. All the pepperoni.
All the pepperoni. She got none. She got a fucking turtle dove, a plastic turtle dove.
She got no pepperoni.
Got no pepperoni. And she's like, Kevin, thank you. And then in her head, she's like, thank you for fucking nothing. But I could not believe that. No money. What about money? What about a wad of cash? A wad of fucking cash. Even if he was just like, come up for a shower. Nothing. Fucking plastic.
Welcome to
That's
America.
my rant. That's my fucking, I can't. And it's funny because at the end, when the dad is there, I was like, Kevin, you spent, it was like $900 and something on room service. We looked up after like that hotel and like what it would have been now. And oh my God. I mean,
I believe it.
it's insane. Where's the nicest hotel you've stayed at?
Oh,
Tell me about it.
This was a few Christmases ago. My grandma took us to this, I guess it's a resort? It was this hotel. So this hotel has this bottom level, and in this bottom level, the waiting room has like a bunch of tables set up, and there's and you can like eat there. You go in the door, you turn right, you go all the way down to the end, you turn to the left, and you go down this hallway, and this hallway is all like shops. Like there's like a candy shop, a plushie shop, like it's like a gift. It's like a bunch of different gift shops. It's like if you walk down a mall, but like in a hallway.
That's so neat.
And then you go up like 3 floors, and like our room was like it's kind of like an old room. Like the floor was creaky and it was nice. the hallway like rugs reminded me of like The Shining. It was a very
Ooh.
similar pattern. It wasn't The Shining pattern.
Mhm.
Um, but then like you go outside, there's like a golf course. There's you drive a little bit away, and there's an archery range. There's like you drive a little bit further, and there's a place where you can shoot plastic discs with like guns and stuff.
Hotel?
Yeah, or as a resort. So
So cool.
yeah,
I love that. I
yeah.
haven't been to a resort, but I did stay for 2 nights at it's not called the Williamsburg anymore,
Mhm.
but it was called the Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Brooklyn,
Mhm.
and the room was like really cool and had like a balcony and everything. You look out New York City.
Mhm.
That was really cool. That was probably the best. I did stay, I think, in a Holiday Inn once, where at Hilton, where there was a bathtub, a giant bathtub,
Mhm.
like in the middle of the room, which I loved.
Mhm.
Clear water, can't see if there's a shark. Nothing
Yeah.
better. You got to be
True.
careful with those bubbles.
Yeah.
So the weather's getting warmer. Max, what are you doing to prevent sharks from attacking your home?
From attacking my home.
Yes, yes, Max. What are you doing now that the weather's getting warmer and the sharkers are coming closer to water of any kind? What are you doing to prevent shark attacks in your home? You're staying in a bubble baths, right?
I
You're not
don't have
going
a
to the pool
bathtub
at night.
in my bathroom.
Perfect. See? There's no way a tub shark can get you. This is perfect. And just be careful at night when you can't see if you have a pool
I
or
don't
if you
have
go
a
into a
pool.
pool at night. Great. You have no water in your home.
We have no water that sharks can live in.
All
If
right.
that's makes you.
Yeah, yeah. No tub, no jacuzzi, no pool, no problem.
Yeah, got none of those.
Great. I only have a bathtub, but I don't go in there unless it's winter time.
And you
If
can
it's
see
winter
it.
time, it's really cold, and I can say, yeah, 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 yeah. One time, oh my god, I got this bloody bath bomb, and I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. It
Jeez.
looked so cool, but like I looked like I was bathing in like I was like Elizabeth Bathory
Sure.
bathing in like blood. That's what
Mhm.
it was so cool, but I was like, man, I can't really see my feet, and I'm in blood, and you know what sharks smell? Blood. And blood bath bombs.
Blood bath bombs. Yeah.
Shark fact, random shark fact number 983. Sharks love bloody bath bombs. They have a special sensor on their nose. They're just like, oh, some dumb broad in New York is taking a bath.
Oh,
I can
I
smell
sense
it.
glitter in the bathtub.
You know, I said glitter. Oh God, nothing makes me happier than bathing in glitter.
No.
I really should be just a Sailor Scout. Like, I
You
just,
should. Like
I
I should
think
be a
that's
Power
really my
Ranger, you
calling.
should be a Sailor Scout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So you have the option to become a Power Ranger right now. What is your color?
Ooh, I mean
Don't even think about like past like Power Rangers.
I
What
like
is
to
it?
think either red or blue.
Okay.
I just want to be a leader, really. I just want to lead
And
a team.
do you have a special ability? Is leadership your
Um,
special ability?
so most Power Rangers don't have powers outside of their like forms, outside of their like Ranger forms.
Hmm.
Uh, if they do, it's like integral to the story or whatever. My personal favorite team, their whole thing is they become Power Rangers because they have they have the whole plot is Sword in the Stone in space. So they like go to this planet. There's these five swords. They pull the swords out of the stone, and they become Power Rangers. I want that sword specifically.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's fucking cool. And correct me if I'm wrong. didn't at one point Power Rangers turn into animals? Saber-toothed tiger or something?
I don't know that they turn into animals. But they have a bunch of animal themed things.
Things. So they're normal
Seasons.
people with normal strength, Power Rangers, and then they put on the suit.
Yeah.
And then they become super strong.
So there's a very funny interview from one of the writers of Power Rangers where so in Super Sentai, okay, so there is a season called Deca Ranger. In Deca Ranger they are space police. In Power Rangers SPD they have so like the Red Ranger is like really fast and can phase through walls. The Blue Ranger can make shields all that he wants. The Green Ranger can like wave his hand like this and see, and like can like X-ray people. The Yellow Ranger can duplicate herself. The Pink Ranger can hold like her thing is like if she holds onto like a brick, her hand becomes like as strong as a brick or whatever. So she constantly carries like diamonds in her pocket.
That's so cool.
And since they didn't have that in Deca Ranger, the writer was like, the guy interviewing was like, so why don't they have those powers when they're in the suits? And the writer was like, yeah, so I did try to think about that. I think they would just be too powerful. Honestly, I needed to like nerf them in the suits, and I was like, honestly, I'm here for it.
Here for it.
Like, I feel like they're definitely too powerful in the suits and with their like normal abilities too.
I would hate to have the Yellow Rangers duplicate myself.
Yeah.
There is nothing I want less in this world than another me. That's why I like playing games with like you and like Crimmy, Alpha, not even Crimmy doesn't I love Crimmy. Her and I are similar in the best way, but she's not like pizza like me.
Sure.
But like Kim, like you guys who are like very like calm, like you balance me out.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Crimmy, when we get together, we're just like, ah, ah. Same with Katie. Ah, 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 ah. But I don't want specifically another Allie because it would just, the whole fucking world would explode. I don't need that.
I don't know.
There would be
there
would be too much pepperoni. Too much pepperoni.
No, because then you could have one that could stream all the time. You could have one that works all the time. Have that be a different one. Make them like, I don't know, do whatever. One that could relax all the time. One that could come hang out with me all the time.
Can continue making duplicates of me?
I mean, I don't know how long they would last.
Oh, so there's an expiration.
Probably. I mean, they'd have to like come back at some point. Because if you could just completely like duplicate yourself, you would just like overrun the world.
I would send one of my duplicates over to you, and we can have jam sessions.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be so. We would always laugh.
We would.
We would always be laughing just about like the stupidest fucking shit.
Yeah.
We just say like the stupidest shit ever all day. We'd be like, I'm sweating.
Yeah. We would both be like hecka strunk because we would
We would be what? Hecka strunk? The fuck you just say to me? What is that? You just curse me? Do I just shove a button in your mouth? Like drag me to hell to break this curse? You guys heard that, right? Parker shrunk or whatever the fuck you just said. I feel weaker already.
Listen, mushy streamer brain is a hell of a drug.
Dude, so much mushy stream. Speaking of mushy brain, how was your like week or so off from streaming? Like how much did you feel like you needed that? Because when I took the week off after my birthday, that week was so glorious.
Yeah.
I felt like $1,000,000 that week not
Yeah.
streaming it. And I don't mean to be like, ah, streaming is just like hard and it's like what like I'm not complaining about it. But man, I felt like I needed to take more. I need to take more of these breaks just for like my mental health.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to start doing that more. I'm going to like cuz I push myself way too hard to stream, honestly. It's not that I don't like streaming. It's that I like it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore I push myself way too hard to do it.
Butts you in the ass.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though if you take off a certain amount of time, I don't know who I was reading this. I believe someone we know. But they were talking about relevancy in Twitch and taking time off. And someone made a statement about like if you take like a month off from Twitch or like YouTube or whatever, it's like you're forgotten. Do you feel like that? I mean, I've never taken like a month off from streaming. Do you feel like that if you do, you'd be forgotten? Because I don't feel like that at all.
I feel like it's almost the opposite. Like
Yeah.
I've seen people who like have taken a break from streaming who are an affiliate and they come back as a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like cuz they're like missed or whatever, you know. Um
Yeah.
uh, I mean personally like I know a few streamers who of ours who a few friends of ours who I still need to meet Marcy Macabre. Um
Yes.
she
Yes.
streamed the other day and I meant to go check on that, but I didn't get a chance to.
Um. Yeah. I don't know who I was like reading this, but they're like, if I take a month off, I'm gonna be not relevant anymore. I don't feel like that way like at all. If you have like a good community, like they're gonna miss you when you
Yeah.
come back to. I mean, look at our good friend Coding Power. Like he had to just take like over a month off from streaming because he was
Mhm.
moving back to his house, and I mean, he came back no problem. Like
Yeah.
it's not, you know what I mean? Like uh, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way at all. I just wanted to get your like thoughts on it.
Yeah. Um yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think it's the opposite. I think a lot of people uh I think if you have a good community like you said, you will be missed and they'll want you to like take your time and like relax and whatnot. Um that's what I've been doing a lot lately where I'll like stream constantly for like I'll do like 3 games in a row and then I'll just like take a week or two off uh just cuz I need like that 'cause just it's also like you and me being horror streamers, like I can only take being scared so many times before it gets draining.
Hmm.
And that's why I need to like cut it with other types of streams here and there.
I can't, for me, I can take like the more scares the better for me. But
Mhm.
what I can't take is like wasting my time on playing so many of these horror games just to find like the diamond in the rough.
Mhm.
I went through, it was about November of 2023.
Mhm.
I didn't really express this to anybody, but I was going through really bad burnout, and at the time there was something wrong with my computer. I think the reason is I needed to get more RAM,
Mhm.
but all of my, I don't know if you remember, but like all of my streams were disconnecting. It
Mhm.
was every single time. That really, like when your stream doesn't work over and over and over again, I was like crying. I
Mhm.
was like, why am I even doing this anymore? This is and on top of that, I was trying to find horror games to play that were actually really scary, and I was going through all these different games and they all sucked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't, like I need to just fucking stop
Mhm.
for a little while. It wasn't fun.
Mhm.
Like I was not having fun, and I do this for fun. If I'm not having fun, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was like probably like the worst burnout that I've had. That on top of, computers not working. Oh God, fucking hate technology
Yeah.
sometimes.
I agree.
How was your Resident Evil 7 run? Did you finish?
Yeah, I beat it.
You beat it, and
Yeah.
what are you doing now?
Resident Evil Village.
Have you started it?
I have.
And what do you think?
So far, so good.
Pretty, right?
Very, very pretty. Uh, I want to get some wallpapers from Resident Evil 8. Unfortunately, all of them are not safe for work. Like it's
Because of
all.
titties?
I mean, like you like all the good wallpapers are like of like I don't know. Well, yeah, like Lady D, she's in like some like skimpy outfit. She's like I don't know, making some pose that is like I don't know, hot.
Scandalous.
And
Hot!
I don't want like my parents to walk into my room and see that as my wallpaper. Like
They're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is what he's into.
yeah, so currently my wallpaper is me and my favorite bass player.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that you're really going to like Resident Evil 8. I think it ties up the whole Ethan story really well.
Mhm.
So like 7 was my first one,
Mhm.
and then going from 7 to 8, I think as someone who has never played Resident Evil, it was a good idea. I feel like it was good to learn about like because I've never played anything with shooting before, so I didn't know about like ammo conservation or like stealth or what to do. I'm just like,
Yeah.
So by the time I was done with 7 and 8 and then moved on to 2 remake, by the time I got to 2 remake, I was like, all right, I think I know how to Resident Evil.
Mhm. See, it was almost the opposite for me because so it was 2022 and there's that day that you and I both started Resident Evil 2 remake at the same time. And I couldn't handle Leon's side for whatever reason. I think it was because at the time I wasn't good at I didn't like Mr. X in that game. I still don't, but I've definitely learned to get better with like tyrant enemies and like chasing enemies or whatever. So I definitely like enjoyed it more at my replay more. Um, and I think another thing that helped me with that was My Friendly Neighborhood of all things. My Friendly
Oh,
Neighborhood is a Resident Evil style game, really, if you think about it. Like, there's like you get a briefcase, you gotta like make sure you have everything in it. You got like heals and stuff. And then you gotta conserve your ammo, really, unless you have the infinite ammo glitch on. But that's just you know you gotta get that.
there is there any new mascot horror coming out?
There's a really good one that I've been keeping my eye on for the last few months. It's called Indigo Park. It's made by
Oh, I saw somebody playing that the other
yeah,
day.
Coin was playing it.
I
I
think
think
that's
Key
probably who it
Rock was
was.
playing it. A lot of our friends have been playing it. I've been playing it off stream. I
Mm.
think it's very good. It's the creator of it made uh his first game dev experience was he remade the first Garten of Banban in a week with no game dev experience, and he made it like 10 times better than the original Banban, and it was awesome.
Oh, you mean the original with the original name, Golf with Friends?
Yes.
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 That
And
still makes me
Banban
laugh.
7 is surprisingly a really good game.
Is that
Like
the one he made? Bam Bam 7?
no, he so Banban is made by the Euphoric brothers. They are the original devs. Unique Geese remade the game that remade the first chapter uh, in his own image, pretty much. He made it better. And it says a lot because he had no game dev experience and he made it a better game.
That's not similar, but Chilla Arts.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like a couple of brothers, and like one of the brothers is the one who makes like all the games,
Mm-hmm.
but then the other brother made Night Security,
Mm-hmm.
and Night Security is by far the scariest Chilla Arts game
Mm-hmm.
I've ever played. It was terrifying. And I remember Korn was doing a video on it. He made his video and he was like, don't watch this, just go play it. And I'm like, he's like, the ghost in it is really creepy, and it fucking was so good. I love those games. All you gotta do is turn off lights, clean the bathroom, and then you turn around and Mr. Spoopy is there. I love those types of games.
Yeah. I've been watching people play The Kidnapped. I think that's a Chills Art game.
The Kidnap.
I don't know. That one looks fine.
I hated it.
Really?
It was one of the worst chill arts games. Probably one of the worst games I've ever played.
Wow.
It's not a recent one. It's like probably like 5 games ago.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it was probably like 5 like games ago that came out. It wasn't the most recent one.
Okay.
But the Kidnap, why I didn't like it was the story. The story was bad.
Gotcha.
The gameplay wasn't fun.
Yeah, the story was not.
And the story was real bad. I feel again. So I play something like that, right? And I go, I just fucking wasted.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I waste time, and I don't usually get that way when I play these like short horror games. But when I don't know. I just don't. I want to put on a game, and be scared. And when I'm not, and then I don't even get like a good story and a shit ending, I'm like, I just feel like I wasted my time. And if I'm streaming it, I feel like I wasted everyone else's time who wanted to watch me play this. And they did, but it was shit. You know? As opposed to like playing a game that I'm screaming. Like I need to play things where I scream, or else like it's my fucking gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, or you know, and if I'm not screaming on horror games, what am I? I'm just a log. You know?
Best log I've ever seen. That sounded weird.
Thank you. Oh my god, I thought my door was opening. But that was the password. Best log I've ever seen.
Hell of a password.
It's long. It's unique.
It's wood.
Diggity. It's what? So good, Max. That was so good. It's long, it's unique. It's wood. Oh, that was so good. It's log, it's log.
That's what I was referencing.
It's log, it's log. It's better than bad. It's good. I love that so much.
Insert our reference about Bruce Campbell just being a solid chunk of wood.
Oh my god.
That's the sequel to Piece of Wood, a solid chunk of wood.
Solid chunk of wood. Chunk of burning wood. Jesus Christ.
Is that like your cat?
Yeah. I think they're like playing with something under my door, but it sounds like that the devil is trying to get in through underneath. Help me, Max. Help me.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
How cool would it be if we could just reach and then feel? If it were possible, do you think that I could fit in my screen? I'm just thinking about this now. I'm looking at my screen. I think I could fit. Yeah, so I go like this, right? And I start to come in like Gale in Baldur's Gate 3 with his little arm out. You gotta pull.
I don't
me
understand Baldur's Gate logic.
That's totally okay. I'm going to put my arm out. It is going to reach you on the other side, and then you are going to tug me through. Deal?
No.
I always thought I wanted like a streamer portal.
Sure.
Where we could just kind of step into, and then I'll be like, hey, I'll meet you at like TGI Fridays or something. When was the last time I've been to TGI Fridays? Oh my god. If we wanted to meet somewhere, where would we meet? Where would we meet? It's gotta be like a universal. I want like, you know, like the forest. I want someone to build like a giant the forest house. And that's where we meet. And in that forest house there's a pub, and there's eateries, and there's candy shops, and there's plushie shops, and now I've got plushies and candy on the mind.
I don't know. I feel like it would just go to the mall.
You know what? Deal.
I don't know.
Easier.
I'd love to just go back to a Hot Topic with my friends. I haven't been to a Hot Topic in years.
I bought the shirt at Hot Topic.
Nice.
It was this one, and then they had, it's not good quality, but they had another one that I got to. It just says Sailor Moon and like rhinestones.
Nice.
It's like I need all the Sailor Moon stuff. Again, I am a Sailor Scout, and you are a red or a blue Power Ranger.
Yeah.
When you mix red and blue together, you're like purple. You're the Purple Ranger.
No, that's Kim.
Kim is the Purple Ranger. That's true. What if Kim is purple? What Power Ranger would Corn be? Would he be yellow because of corn?
Ooh. He'd be the Corn Ranger. He's yellow with purple with green accents.
With green I was just gonna say corn with little nubbies.
Yeah. His helmet is just like ribbed. That's weird. Like ribbed like corn.
Ribbed like corn, yeah. And he's like, come here. Pow, 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 pow. Like his moves, like you hear him, and then, like,
you get like the
pow,
comic book thing,
yeah.
like the 60s
1000%.
Batman. Except it only says pop. It only says pop, like corn.
Yeah, pop, pop. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be perfect. I don't know what Ranger I would be. I don't know. Maybe like, is there like I don't know. What color would I be?
Give me a moment. I'm going to look something up real quickly.
Is there like a unicorn ranger? Is there a ranger that's just like sparkly and beautiful? Can I be a sparkly, beautiful ranger? Power Ranger?
Most likely. Give me a moment. I need to.
I'll be the pink. I'll be Pink Ranger. I'll be Pizza Ranger. And then it's just like, it's kind of like orange, and then I have like little red dots everywhere for pepperonis. And then my special ability is to make everything slippery because I'm full of grease.
I love this
Go,
idea.
go, Pizza Ranger! That would be my own thing.
Nice. Yeah.
Do you remember Street Sharks?
I do.
Oh my god, I used to love Street Sharks. When I dream about sharks, that's what I dream about. None of my shark dreams are scary because they're all about Street Sharks.
Do you know Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa?
No.
It's
Moo Mesa? Is that a cow thing?
Mesa is a type of island, I believe. The whole thing is like a comet crashes to Earth, and where it crashes, that piece of the Earth like rises up into the sky, and so on top of the mesa, there's cow people, and they are so cows are typically only female, but in this universe there's male cows and female cows, and then there's bulls and like turkeys and stuff, and scorpions and whatnot. It's cool.
Two things. One, I just learned something. That cows are. So what is a male cow? A steer?
A bull.
A bull. Okay. And second thing is, when I feel fat, I call myself Sailor Moo.
Oh.
So I feel like I can definitely fit in with these moo cows of Mesa or whatever.
Moo cows. So, cow stands for a bunch of things in this show. So it's like the cow, the animal.
Oh,
And
I thought you
then-
meant like COW,
Oh,
like
yeah,
can
yeah.
over water.
Oh, I'm about to get to that in a second.
Oh,
So
excuse me. Sorry, sir.
there's so there's the animal, the cow. There's uh I forget what the second thing is. It's like the cow is like, so there's two types of cows in this situation. There's the ones that walk, talk, and act like humans, and then there's cattle cows, which like stay the same after the meteor hits. So they're like, so they're the cows that the cowboys wrangle and whatnot.
Okay.
And then the cow also stands for Coat of the West.
So they're cowboy cows?
Yeah. I'm gonna DM you a picture of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see. I'm gonna need to see these cowboy cows. Absolutely, for sure. So excited.
Which would be better, Discord or Instagram?
And Instagram's fine.
Okay.
Pretty on it. Go, go, Power Rangers, boo! Rustle up some moolah. Very good.
Yes.
Top notch. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
There's a few like cow creatures in this show that look very odd. I don't know
Like
how
how-
to describe
like-
it.
I'm just flabbergasted to know that cows are all female.
Yeah. Well, that's why
I mean,
they
that makes
they
sense
make
because of
milk.
milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that maybe males made milk too. I didn't know it was. I didn't know that milk making was specific to women.
So there's this funny line in 2017 the there was a Power Rangers movie that got released, and in the
Mhm.
beginning there's this line where Angel Grove High, their mascot is, or one of the rival schools to Angel Grove High is a bull. So they take a bull into the locker room of this school, and it's Jason and this other guy, and the other guy is like, oh, like she shouldn't be angry. I milked her earlier, and Jason comes up. He's like, you milked him earlier, and he's like, and the other guy's like, what? And Jason's like, was it one udder? And he looks under. It's like, yeah, and he's like, that wasn't milk.
One udder. At that point, that person, even though it was a movie, that person should, in real life, if you're like, is this an? Let's play a game. Udder or dick? Like, you know, like.
I'm gonna
Which
make
one's an
so
udder
many
and
good
which one's
clips
not?
later.
We were cracking up even before the podcast
We sure
started.
were. That's
We
usually
were,
how
like,
it goes.
from like the second like we started just bullshit chatting, we were just cracking the fuck up.
Yeah. Like, there are times when, like, you'll just come into the VC and I'll be like, alright, so I got something to say. And then we'll just,
Yeah.
like, go at it. Like, just
Going.
talking back and forth, you know?
Oh, Max, the other night on Alpha's stream, I thought I was gonna have a conniption. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
You had me in tears. I was so glad like I wasn't on video, because I think that I would have just just the tears just flowing down, and then like hearing you on the other end be like and like keep going,
Yeah.
makes me laugh like nothing else. Your laugh makes me laugh so uncontrollably. It's my
Yeah.
favorite thing ever. We were
It's
dying.
contagious, apparently.
It's so contagious in the best possible way.
Mhm.
Like I wish your laughter could like be the cure all for, like, we can bundle it up, right? Like put it in a syringe and just give it to give it to people. Like all of a sudden, like Donald Trump is a nice guy because he's got Max's like it's like brain damage. Oh, you want my juice? Yeah.
Oh, you want my
Oh.
laugh?
We're changing brain damage. We're making a new movie called Maximum Damage, and that's when it's gonna be. Oh, hey Brian, want my laugh?
Yeah.
Of course she's alive, Brian. I gave her my laugh. Like it's all opposite. It's all nice.
Yeah.
No one's dead. Everyone's alive.
Yeah.
That's so good. Of course she's dead, Brian. I sucked out her brains.
I love that movie so much.
Oh God. It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
You know, did I tell you when I bought this? It was from like a dude who makes like special effect props.
Yeah.
What he had this listed as?
You did tell me, and I forget what it was.
Dildo.
Yes.
I'm like,
I do
why?
remember that.
Also, like, it would never work for that.
Is it
even
soft?
If, like, yeah. It's
okay.
Like, it's squishy foam that's been like cut and spray painted.
So it's foam. Pretty sure. Pretty sure those things aren't foam.
Yeah. Yes. Can confirm. Not foam.
I don't know how to feel about that, but all right.
Well, I'm gonna say, like, why would you name something like that? You can't. That's not what it is, and you can't use it for that either, because they're not foam. But it feels cool. It's very texturized.
Whoa now.
Fucking love Elmer. Whoa now. One of the greatest fucking movies I've ever made.
I agree.
Now, have you seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I
the
have.
Movie? You
Yeah.
have. Do you like it?
Yeah. I don't.
I take you that long to answer.
It's not like considered a good movie, is it?
I mean, I guess that's person to person.
Fair enough. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's one of those movies like I will watch it if I have nothing else to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed it. I can like name a lot of things I like about it, but like I don't know if it's my favorite.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a good movie, but I feel like it's like a 1980s staple. It's so 1980s.
Yeah.
And I really love that about it. And just like one-liners.
Yeah.
I just love one-liners in movies. Night of the Creeps, super one-liney.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been devouring YouTube content on the game this entire week, just like prepping myself for next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so fucking ready.
Yeah.
I am so excited. What's really cool about it is that so it's 7 versus 3, 7 killers and 7 survivors, 3 killers. Jesus Christ. The killers, you kill them, but they do respawn. The survivors, you don't respawn, and there's certain points where you can leave. But let's say like we're in a group of 7, and we get to the lifeboat, only 3 can fit. So we got to figure out another way to get out. Like so it makes the teamwork aspect of it really neat. Mm-hmm. There is a huge generator that, unlike Dead by Daylight, it's for the killers. And what they do is they'll shoot you with the cotton candy gun and make you into the cotton candy, take you to the generator and fill that up. And when they do, a lackey comes out, like a little helper, and it kind of helps give away your location, because the clowns, when you're playing as the clown, finding the killers is like 95% hearing base, is sound base. So at a certain point, if you don't get out and the game is kind of like about to end, like in Evil Dead, the game, you have a timer, like a 15-minute timer. And if you don't make it out, the cloud, that like mist, comes and like sucks you up and kills you. So in this game, they have something similar. It's called like a clownopolis, whatever the fucking word is. And before that happens, you have one last chance to like get out. And what happens is the Terenzi brothers, who are like the ice cream boy people, they break through the wall, and you have like 30 seconds to get to that opening.
Nice.
There's like a lot of cool things that you could do, and I'm really, 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 really excited.
Nice.
I took off. I have a half day on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
so I can just. I'll be streaming at 1. I don't know what time the game comes out, but I'll do fucking just chatting until that game comes out. I need to play it ASAP.
Yeah.
It's everything
I'm
I've
excited
wanted.
for you.
Thank you.
It's very nice to
I
see
love
how excited you are.
oh my god, like, so fucking excited. I don't know, do I want to play humans? Do I want to play clowns? There's
Both
also
at the same
builds
time.
at the same time.
Mhm.
There's like different clowns. Like if you play a Spiky, you have like the balloon dog that will like sniff
Ooh,
out
that's
humans.
awesome.
If you play as Jumbo, you get the cotton candy gun. You might get something else I just didn't say. It's Shorty. You get the bike, so you're super
Nice.
fast. So
Do
you
you
have
get the
like
punching
different things.
gloves as Shorty?
You know, I think somebody said you don't get the punching gloves, and
Oh,
they were upset because they gave him the bike instead of the gloves. But again, I'm not sure how true that is.
that's fair.
And they'll probably just keep adding stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I hope it doesn't turn out like Evil Dead the game, where it's just not good. And Evil Dead the game I like now, but at first it was very trash.
I can't speak for Evil Dead, but I hope it doesn't turn out the way Texas Chainsaw turned out. I played the
Tell
demo to
me,
that, and I hated it.
oh, so you didn't even play the full release?
I bought it, and then I
You
refunded it.
did. Okay, so you bought so you played the demo, didn't like the demo,
Yeah.
then decided like, let me just buy the game, just because everyone else is playing it,
Yeah.
and then you were just like,
I
nah.
I played it with friends once, and I think
Mhm.
at the time it wasn't great, and then I just refunded it.
What didn't you like about it? Curious.
I think I'm just not a fan of DBD style games.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Those
And
style
like
games.
people
Okay,
were
makes sense.
dicks. Like
Mhm.
I don't like
Oh,
multiplayer games where you fight against other people. That's why I like games like Demonologist, Left 4 Dead, where you're all on the same team and you can like talk to each other there and you're fighting like AI enemies.
there will be proximity chat in Killer Clowns, which
Oh
I
god.
fear about bullying.
Can you turn it off?
I'm sure.
You should do
I'm
that for
sure.
stream especially.
100%. I do not need to hear any fucking bad shit. And like, as you're one of my moderators, as a moderator, you know, if someone comes in from Killer Clowns and it's just like, you turd,
Yeah.
just fucking ban them. Like,
Yeah.
I can't deal. After Dead by Daylight, I can't deal with it anymore.
And definitely don't put like TTV in your name.
No, never.
Just have your name
Learn
like
that
be like
lesson.
Ali G or whatever, you know.
Yeah, it'll probably say like my Steam name, because that
Sure.
usually happens, but I don't have TTV in there.
Gotcha.
I used to do TTV when I first started streaming, right? You want people to like come to your streams and stuff. So I used to have that, but then it would get obviously like toxic stuff. And I'm sensitive. I'm a
Me
sensitive
too.
little girl.
I
I am real. Yeah.
I had one person stream. Luckily, it's the one person who stream sniped my stream when I was playing DBD was cool. I think we're still friends today. But I was like, after that, no, never again. I took the TTV out of my name. I made my Steam name very different than my stream name, just so people wouldn't like do that, come in or whatever.
They're shitheads, man. But I'm not doing proximity chat unless I'm playing with a group.
Yeah.
And they all want to do proximity chat, of course. But like, I'm not going to. If I'm playing solo, all that shit's off.
Will there be like custom games?
They didn't say anything about custom games. I know there's 3 maps.
Gotcha.
So far. You could fight back.
Mm-hmm.
So you stun them, and then if you have a sharp object, you bonk them on the nose. That's how you kill them.
Mm.
and then they die, but they respawn within like 45 seconds. You could be any clown you want. So let's say like me, you, and another person's playing, and we all want to be Jumbo. We could all three be Jumbo.
That's nice. I really like
And
that.
you could, and I believe you can jump in between. So let's say you're in the game, right, and you're playing. You can switch out characters.
That's awesome.
Mid-game.
I really like
or
that.
when you die, you can switch out characters. But
yeah. That's
build
what I like.
wise, they all have different builds.
Gotcha. That's what I like about Puppet Master the game.
So I played Puppet Master a year ago when they had that little demo out, and I didn't like it. I was Spike, and I was couldn't slash. Couldn't do anything. They get better?
I think so. It's still free, I think.
Nice.
I like playing as I think he's like 6-shooter. He's the dude with the 6 arms and the guns.
Yeah.
I really like him. So far I've done I've gotten to the attic, which is the second map, I believe. Yeah. I'm going to play more at some point, but I've got so many games going on in my life that I just need to finish everything.
Uh-huh. What's on deck for after Resident Evil 8 for you?
Ooh, I have to look. Probably Devil May Cry.
Okay.
That or like finish Grounded.
Can you solo, or do you have to finish it with people?
What, Grounded?
Yeah.
You can do both.
Okay.
So like me, Faye, and my friends Faye and Rem, we have our own world that we're doing, and then I have my own solo one that I'm doing alone.
Is it open world?
Technically, so your character, so it's always the same map, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can go pretty much anywhere in the backyard. And you can play. You can place your thing down anywhere. You can make your house anywhere. Yeah.
Really cool. It's like the forest. Like it's an open world, but like there's tasks, and you can finish the game and finish the story.
Yeah. Literally the same thing. It's a survival crafter. It's like Don't Starve, 7 Days to Die, Minecraft, that kind of stuff.
So you know how you were like, I don't like games that are asymmetrical. It's asymmetrical games. I don't like crafting building games. So like my first open world game was The Forest.
Yeah.
And I liked playing that with Katie and Terry, my friends, because it felt like I had a good time, but I think it was because it was my first time learning how to like build and stuff, but I realized I didn't like building. I'm a task kind of oriented person. So building a shelter for me, I'm not progressing the game. So it's not worth it to me. And then I get frustrated that everyone around me knows what they're doing and I don't, and I get really upset internally. I'll never like let anyone know it. Yeah. But I play like The Forest too, and I'm like, I'm down for doing the story.
Yeah.
But I'm not down for any crafting.
Okay. No, I get that. I think I'm the exact same way because because in my game I don't have a house. I just have a base location that I have everything at, and I just can go back to, but I don't have like a house or anything. I just run around doing whatever I want.
Could you build a house in Grounded?
You can. I just personally don't.
Can you have like an ant as your friend?
You can. There's I found out the other day you can so there's 2 ants. There's 2 ant queens in the game. There's a black ant queen and a red ant queen. At least so far that I know.
Are you the red ant queen?
I can be. If you so you can either like feed them and like befriend them, and you can get a little ant companion to like accompanying you on your journey, or you can kill them. And I don't know what happens if you kill them.
Does anyone kill them?
I'm gonna try it in my solo playthrough just to see what happens. Um,
I'm
just
just
cause
remembering the ant death from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and how sad that was.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna watch it
It's
after
okay.
podcast today.
You are? Okay, I won't
Yeah.
say anything. But I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but
Hmm.
I liked it when I was a kid. I'm not sure if it holds up today, but since you're playing Grounded, it's definitely something you should
Yeah.
definitely watch.
I believe it has Rick Moranis in it.
It does.
He's one of my
It does.
favorite people.
Me too. Me too.
He's
I really like Rick
in,
Moranis.
I think it's Ghostbusters.
Hmm?
I really like him in Ghostbusters.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my god, that's him too. Holy shit, I totally for
Suddenly Seymour.
I'm one of those people, I prefer the black and white Little Shop of Horrors a little bit more.
Got the better ending.
What is the ending to the original one? I can't think of it at the
So
moment.
the ending they did with Rick Moranis was they killed the plant,
Yeah.
and then him and the girl who talks like this,
Yeah.
they have like their little house, and you see outside their house like a tiny little Audrey 2 plant like growing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like it's gonna be back kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in the OG one, the plant wins
Gotcha.
and takes over the world.
Gotcha. I know there's a deleted ending in the musical Little Shop of Horrors where Audrey 2 becomes a giant and starts walking around.
Seen that one too. I thought there was only two. It was like that it wins and takes over. I thought that was the black and white ending.
I don't know. The little
I thought the
the
black and white ending is the one.
the black and white movie is free on YouTube if you want to find it.
Is it like a long movie or is it like a short?
It's like an hour.
Oh, okay, so it's a full length. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was like a short based off of. Okay,
Um
me. I'm just a mean green mama from outer space, and I'm bad.
There's a really bad Little Shop of Horrors cartoon where the plant raps. It's not
Oh
good.
God, I don't want to see any rap.
I don't know what caused me to do this morning, but I listened to all the songs that are in the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef or whatever this morning.
I would too. I'm sure they're hot fire.
They're pretty good. I don't like
Yeah.
rap, but they're all right for someone who doesn't like rap.
I don't like rap either, but again, if it's catchy, right? A catchy beat, I'm a sucker for that.
I hate
I'm in.
I hate when rappers repeat words over and over again like they're important.
Can you give me an example?
I can't. Not at the moment.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'm
just
just like, is it a word over again when they repeat like
it's
the word
like it's
guitar
either
over
like
and
a
over?
word or like a phrase that they just like. It's like beating a dead horse in a song, and I'm just like,
It's just like super repetitive,
yeah,
like over and over and over and over again.
yeah.
There's that Jonas Brothers song "Sucker for You," and the chorus happens like 7 or 8 times in that
Jesus.
song, and it makes me mad every time I hear it because I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, just so repetitive. In rap, it's gonna sound like stupid of me to say and like maybe ignorant, I don't know, but I don't like it when they use like big words. You know, and
Fair enough.
when there's so many like N bombs,
Yeah,
I'm just like I feel like I can't enjoy this anymore.
yeah.
You know, I don't feel like it's for me. Like I don't know. I can't sing it. I'm not one of those people, and our chat's probably not going to believe me, but I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that like sings a rap song, and when there's like a bad word that I shouldn't say, like I still don't say it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not in my car driving privately, rapping to this song and
Oh, okay.
saying all the words, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
still don't say it. So when there's so many of those words in a rap song or any song, right? I'm like, it takes the enjoyment out of it for me.
Yeah. Um, I will say the only good rap that at least what I consider good rap. I don't remember what the group is called. Do you remember that movie Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
The group that movie is about. I really like their rap.
Yeah, that's
NAA and
Ice Cube.
Ice
Ice
Cube
Cube.
and
Cube.
Dre, I believe. Dr. Dre.
What's their group called, guys? Everyone in chat probably knows it. I don't. I what is it? Totally forget. But yeah, that's like that gangster rap. That's like that
NWA,
old
yeah.
school rap. That's like really good.
Yeah.
Like the pioneered rap. Is
Yeah.
it NWA? NWA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like that too. Like
And
that
like
old school rap.
Eminem is really
Eminem's funny. Like I like
yeah.
Eminem because he's funny. Like
Yeah.
I like that funny funny rap.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I also like. I know it's like not rap, but like even like stupid shit like Weird Al Yankovic
Yeah.
when he does like funny rap and stuff. Like I like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
cool. I like rap rock like Linkin Park.
New metal.
Old like
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit, new metal. I love new
New
metal.
metal's great.
Yeah. God, new metal circa like 2005. God, there was such a good music time.
I
I mean,
really
for,
like new metal core, which is like Motionless in White, like their newer albums, and like Disguise and Onward, which is like that which is like there's that song on Disguise that's Broadcasting from Beyond the Grave, which is like a Rob Zombie song.
Mm-hmm.
Like he almost sounds exactly like Rob Zombie in that song.
Sometimes I have to, when I hear Chris Motionless sing, I'm like, so many times he sounds like Marilyn Manson.
He does. He so does.
He sounds so, what's that song? I thought it was a Marilyn Manson song, Reincarnate.
Oh,
when I first heard
yeah.
Reincarnate, I'm like, this is Manson. You pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sound just like Manson.
Yeah.
I'm into it. He's got a great voice.
He does, yeah. That was the first song I ever learned to play on guitar.
Reincarnate?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. What tuning is that?
Drop A. I played it in
Drop
E,
A.
but
I'll try to play everything in E.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I like standard tuning.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to play like Linkin Park, it's like drop D. It's like,
yeah.
Like the fucking E string is just like.
Yeah.
Like same thing with Korn.
Yeah. But Korn does it like they use like 7 strings, so their tuning's going to be lower.
Mm-hmm. And they have that certain sound. You always know it's a Korn song.
Yeah.
You just hear like.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know how else to describe it other than it's clanky.
Clanky, yeah.
Yeah. Clank is a term that is often used a lot in like bass. If you listen to the band Overkill, D.D. Verney has a very clanky bass, but he uses a pick, so it's going to be a little more clanky. Whereas Fieldy, he like slaps. He does this shit.
Slaps that bass.
Yeah.
I love the slap. I love slap bass.
I can't do it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, my head doesn't allow my fingers to slap.
Literally, like I can do it. I can do each thing like separately. Like I can like do the thumb thing and the like pick up thing. Like have you ever seen a Flea explain slap bass?
I've seen Flea slap the bass, but I have never heard his explanation.
I don't think anyone can slap it like he can. Like he's just the top tier of doing that.
Slap.
You're supposed to do like both at the like almost at the same time, but I can do both separately, if that makes sense. Like I can hit the top string and then play like I don't know, like a solo and then like do it again. But like I can't do the like boom cha That's the sound.
Nobody could boom cha like Frlee can boom cha.
Yeah.
Talent, man. It's really anyone who plays instruments, like good on them.
Yeah.
I think that everyone should. I think that everyone should learn how to speak a second language at least, and everyone should be able to play an instrument. I think that should just be like a necessary thing. But living in like the UK, like people know different languages because it takes 3 hours to go through like 4 different countries, so they have to know the language. But here, like in America, like so many people don't know. Like I don't know second language. I don't think you know second language.
Nope.
You just burst out like Cantonese.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I learned. I tried flute when I was younger, so I did flute for a year, and that did not work out. Took flute lessons, did flute in school, didn't like it. Then started guitar lessons when I was in 7th grade, and I took guitar lessons for 8 years. Same guy, like a dad to me, but the best decision.
Nice.
So, music bringing us all together.
Yeah, I did sports when I was younger. Like I did martial arts, and then I
wish
like,
I did. I did like t-ball. When I was in elementary school for 4 years. I did cheerleading 1 year in 7th grade. And then I tried out for lacrosse. Never played lacrosse before, but I like the cute little skirts they wear. So I tried out for lacrosse, and they were like, you have to run a mile. And I was like, fuck no. And then I went home.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played guitar for like 4 years, I think. And then I switched to bass, and I've been playing bass for 4 years, I think.
Hell yeah, I love the bass.
Yeah, it just feels better.
I love your music streams when I get to catch them. If anyone here has not seen any of like Mac's music streams, he just plays guitar. I don't know how he does it, but he plays guitar for like hours and like knows how to like do all the songs and bass guitar, and it's so much fun to watch. So if you ever see him doing the categories like music, like go check out, like it's fun. I love those streams, especially like I have you on one side and then something else on the other. It's like perfect music. I could just like pop it. It's really, I love those.
Yeah. I still need to figure out a way to hook up my bass to my computer so that you can hear it. At the moment, I'm just playing to myself, and I'm playing the songs that I know.
Jor was actually like, can you tell Max that we can't hear it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to bother him. I'm like,
I talk about this a lot. I'm genuinely playing the songs. I love playing the songs, just hanging out, and then people will come in, and I'm playing like a song that they like. Last music stream, someone did a request. I had to relearn Another One Bites the Dust real quickly. I had forgotten how to play it, and in like 3 minutes I had to remember how to play it.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do that.
I just looked it up quickly, and I was like, okay, so it's like these notes on this fret from here to here, and I just pretty much played to the song after that.
When you did One Night in Tokyo, I yelled, I was like, Jor! I sent like him like your link, and I'm like, put on Max! Look what he's playing!
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
It's such a good song too.
Yeah. When is our next? We have a planned next stream for June, right?
Yes. As I need to talk to our guest about that. I think she still needs to get back to me.
Okay, perfect. That's exciting. I'm excited for if this guest could come. I don't really know them that well, so it's going to be like a fun getting to know you moment.
Yeah.
Sure. I've got like tons of questions.
Yeah. Our guest is amazing. She's very a lot of people are going to know who it is pretty much. Very talented voice actor. Another member of our wonderful stream team. Yeah. Now that I'm in my favorite stream team, I feel like I have a lot more opportunity to get to know a lot of them more, and a lot of them can now come on the podcast.
For sure.
Before it was kind of just like, it was just like I already had to like know them. Now it's just like, hey, who wants to be on the podcast? You know, and we just make a
If
date
you were,
about it.
I was gonna ask you if you were ever interested, if you in the CEO's Discord,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple of people who have podcasts.
Yeah.
Nurse Sass does, and mostly
Carl.
Carl does. If you ever wanted to add hours to there and like book guests through there,
Mm-hmm.
that would be something that like Sumi would allow.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you were like interested in that. But if you are,
I've been
definitely
mainly
let
using the
Sumi know.
collabs tab.
Collabs, yeah. Collabs is good too.
Yeah.
I go on the collabs tag and it's like 100 something missed messages. I'm like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's constantly.
Our team is so awesome.
Yeah.
They want to collab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be using that for Killer Clowns for sure.
Mm.
You're like, who wants to join me?
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah, I've been like going out of my comfort zone and being like, I want to play these games with you guys, please. I want friends. I need to play like Demonologist again.
Yeah, I want to play Demonologist too. Demonologist is good. I really like that game.
Let me know and I will absolutely bust it out for you.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I need to remember not to uninstall the Quarry, because I uninstalled it the other day, forgetting that I was going to hang out with Alpha the other night, and I was like, fuck.
How long did it take you to install it? Wasn't too long, right?
Like a chapter and a half or something like that of the game. I don't remember time-wise.
Okay, wow. Gotcha.
I don't know.
I'll remind you before our stream.
No, I'm not gonna uninstall it. I'll just make sure I have it. So, but a reminder would be good too, just in case.
Of course.
So.
Of course. Like Corey tomorrow. Make sure you have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get very forgetful of things. It's just because I have a lot going on. I'm just like, fuck, I need this and this and this, but I also need this and this, but I don't have room on my computer for this and this.
So tell me what your schedule is coming up and what you're going to be playing.
Typically, so I've been Radical, thank you for the sub. So typically it's Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually either like 3 p.m. sometime in the morning or like 8 p.m. Like it's usually one of those 3 times. And then like unless I have like something planned, like if you're streaming on Friday, I probably won't stream just so I can be there.
So sweet.
I might stream on Monday instead, just to get ahead of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like 8 p.m. during the week, 3 p.m. Friday and Sunday, sometime in the morning during Saturday.
I love when you stream like 3 p.m. in the middle of the day, because then I have like a few more hours of work and I could just have you on my phone and like forget about my work and just be like, yes, it's max time. Wholesome incoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
My normal schedule is usually Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but because next week is Killer Clowns week, I will be streaming on Tuesday. I'm going to start at 1:00 p.m. even if the game isn't released. Wednesday 7 p.m. EST. Thursday, Friday 7 p.m. EST, and probably maybe Saturday. We'll see. I definitely Tuesday through Friday, and then we'll see what we have going on the weekend.
Cool.
Yeah. GG's.
Yeah. I'm still debating on if I want to replay Resident Evil 5. Just out of pure curiosity, would you be down to do that? Cool. Because I know you're going through 6 with Korn.
I was hoping you'd ask me. You were mentioning it the other day, and I was just like, oh, I'm shy
Yeah.
to ask.
Yeah. It's just
I'll add
like
that to my list.
I've been meaning to replay it for stream, and I've just
Mhm.
everyone who I've been meaning to ask either like can't do it or has bailed on me. So
Yeah, I'm totally down for Resident Evil 5. I
cool.
suck at games, but I'll try my best. I love co-op.
Co-op is great,
I love co-op, so
and
I'm
that's why
down.
I'm excited for Little Nightmares 3.
Yeah, we're gonna have the best time
We
playing that.
for sure are.
I cannot wait. I'm
Yes.
so excited because we're both just kind of just like platforms, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
be like, help me, Max, help me! I need to get onto this platform. Like, jump on your head. Move that cheese wedge over here.
Cheese wedge, dude. I love that. Yeah, I think it was funny. I think it was one speed, uh, without even like hesitation. He was like, "So when are you and Allie going to play Little Nightmares 3 together?" And I was just like, "We're playing Little Nightmares 3 together." And I
Other
was
hen,
like,
bring
"Fair enough."
everyone together.
Yeah, I
No,
was like, "This is a great idea. I'm gonna
it
pitch this to
is.
you."
It's just us being like derpy trying to figure out this game. It's
Yeah.
gonna be so fun.
Mhm.
What's there not to love?
Yeah.
Get to play games with my favorite person.
Oh, my heart melted a little bit there. I got really happy when you said that.
I saw a bead of sweat just like on that.
I was just like, oh, it's all been worth it for this one moment.
This moment.
Yeah. Can you tell we're just big fans of each other?
Mm-hmm. Just each
Yeah.
other's like biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I would do It Takes Two. I have done It Takes Two. The first like little bit of it, both with Corn and with Days, and we stopped at the exact same spot. If you were ever interested in doing It Takes Two, I would definitely do that with you too.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people play it.
It's fun.
It looks like it's fun.
So it's hard.
Mhm.
Like it may not be, maybe, but it's definitely challenging for me,
Mhm.
but worth.
Yeah.
I love it.
Another thing that we were talking about the quarry earlier.
Yeah.
You're going to play Until Dawn, right?
Yes, I am.
Will you platinum it?
Let's see how much I like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the quarry had, like I said in I think towards the beginning of the podcast, it just had everything that I wanted. It was 1980s horror feel. It had Evil Dead references. It has Ted Raimi. It felt like it was for me.
Yeah.
And if I can feel that way about Until Dawn, then I totally would. I know that One Speed has the platinum, and I think he said 4 runs it took him.
Mhm.
Let's see if I like it enough
Mhm.
to want to platinum it. But I'm really excited. I will play guaranteed a regular run and then a bad guy run.
Nice.
So I will do those two.
Nice.
Sure.
I definitely also plan on playing it. It's not out on PC, right?
It is not.
Okay.
Not yet. I think it's probably going to be next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want, because Katie and I play those Dark Picture Games anthologies together, want to join our group and play together?
Yeah, I still need to
find
play
those games. I find those games way better with people than solo, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Fuck yeah! Look at all these plans.
When I eventually get the Dark Pictures anthology games, I will absolutely ask you guys.
Hell yeah! Let's fucking go.
A lot of people have been playing those as of recently, and I'm just like, oh, I feel so left out.
Ditch just like went through all of them.
Yeah. I think Ditz. I think the last one I saw him playing was Megan, Man of Megan.
Man of Megan. That's the correct way to say it. I love this so much. Madam Megan. Why say it regular? Why say it regular when you could say Megan?
Megan is just a fun word to say.
It is.
Like, I don't know. Megan is just like one of those names that just like it shortens good. It's even like the shorter version of it is fun to say. Like, who doesn't love calling their Megan friend Meg?
Yeah, what up, Meg? Or it's Peg.
It's like Family Guy. Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg. Ah, Peter.
Peter. Peter, I made meatloaf. That was an awful Lois.
Was that Cleveland? That was Lois?
That was supposed to be.
That sounded like just like Cleveland.
I'm sure it did. I can't do voices.
Oh, Peter, meth is one hell of a drug.
Sure is.
Kind of like nasally. Alex
Yeah.
Goldstein.
I can't do voices other than my own, so.
I can attempt to do like New York people, but like that's it.
Well, yeah, because you are the New York person.
Yeah. The New York person.
The New York person.
This has been real fun, Max.
Yep.
I'm glad to know that your final girls were not my final girls. That was cool. I thought we were both gonna just be like, oh, Lori, Sid, but I didn't even think of like Hush. And you are next. I like that. I like your way of thinking.
Yeah, Hush was just so good. Just like the atmosphere that they broke, or that they made, with that game was amazing. I know who we're rating.
Who?
I think we rated her last podcast, but Aves the Adventurer is amazing.
Aves!
Wait, is Coin live?
I thought that's who you were. I think you rated her. Maybe the second to last time. I think you rated.
Probably.
You rated. No, you did raid Coin last time. You did raid Coin. I mean Coin. Last time.
Did I know Coin last time?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe I'm lying. Oh, it's her stream anniversary.
Maybe it's Maybelline. You never know.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's lying. Maybe it's.
All right.
I have a friend that calls her Avis the Adventurer, and I want to correct him so badly. Stop saying Avis.
This is the raid message. Yeah, I'll probably see you guys. What's tomorrow? Monday? Yeah, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow.
I'll see you guys Tuesday.
Either Grounded or Resident Evil Village, possibly both.
Grounded Village. Who would have known? Imagine it's Village, but everyone's small.
Except Lady D is the same size because she's tall.
Titties. Oh, yeah.
Listen, Allie, I know that that's one of the prominent things that she has, but we can't always be talking about it.
All right.
All right. And that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.